All right, let's get this show started, shall we? Welcome, guys. Hope we're all doing good. So we're starting here at the Amnoon Casino because Kuj sent some Ecto and some coins for money to do 3 more ticks of this achievement. However, I did say to him yesterday that I wasn't going to do it until he was here to watch. So I guess we'll just move on from this location for now, and we'll return later. In the meantime, let's just clean our inventory, our stuff out a little bit, and see where we go from there. I've already done some Griffin races today. I've already done caravan supply crates. Hold on. Wasn't one of our objectives yesterday? We were in the middle of an achievement and we were meant to clear out the consortium docks, but then we never did it in the end. Anyway, not sure what that's all about. Maybe we had that finished. I've done Case Crystal Bloom Sword. Oh, that was from that package we got, right? The Griffin races. I've also spammed up some South Sun Survival. So playing on NA at the right time of day is pretty much dead in there. Dead game, by the way. South Sun Survival, dead game. But check it out. Oh, crap. Now I've got my PvP daily, so I can't show you it. I wanted to at least show it on recently completed. Well, I guess I'll have to show you in this way. I just got my... I did maybe 10 rounds. I was at like 90 out of 100. And I got another 5 AP to ding this up to 101. So our ultimate objective is 500. So we're a fifth of the way there. And my technique for it was literally just to load in. Because I've already done the resource gathering and stuff. I literally just load in, let the round start. Pick up 1 item on the floor. So that I have 1 point. So that I'll win. I'm the only competitor in the area. And then I just stand next to some Karka. Waiting for the grace period buff to run out. As soon as the grace period runs out, I just walk towards the Karka, get charged or shot, and that's it. It just restarts the round. It says ding, 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 we have a winner, and I get the tick. It gave me a bit of karma as well. I got maybe 10k karma from doing that. I think you get about 1,000 karma per round. Overall, though, that's some grindy stuff right there. That's going to take a while to do. The advantage is that as long as no other players are around, I at least beat the round extremely quickly. So I can do whatever else I want. So like I was watching Avatar clips on YouTube at that point. You know, just to keep myself entertained. Which, by the way, I've finished Avatar now. I have to say it's an extremely good show. It is a very, very good show that just goes from strength to strength to strength. I do recommend it, like most people do, like most geeks you find on the internet. It is a good recommendation. It's a solid watch. It's incredible for a lot of reasons. It's interesting to see how they do things. But I think one thing that really defines that show is how their format limits them. Like, they only had a very brief period of time for each episode. So they squeeze a lot of stuff in there. They do not waste time, right? And especially with the ends of the episodes on that show, right? Like, they'll conclude an episode. You'll be at, like, the emotional height. There's no calm down. You're, like, splayed on the bed waiting for more. And then it ends, right? And you're still left there just breathing heavy, just waiting, and that's the end of the episode, right? Like, they'll put, like, really powerful, intense stuff at the very, very, very end and straight away cut. Like, within the last 20 seconds of an episode, you'll go through, like, 3 big beats or whatever. The fighting and the animation and stuff is all incredibly gorgeous, beautifully well choreographed. I think a lot of people will really enjoy it for that. But, yeah, it's really well crafted. And you could just see how, you know, like... They had to get on the air somehow. They're like with Nickelodeon as like a kid's cartoon, and it doesn't feel like that in any way, you know. And they have a certain amount of time to tell this story, and they really bang it out. There's like 2 bad episodes. It's like a 60 episode long thing, and there's like 2 bad ones. The worst of them is really bad. There's like this terrible episode where it's just like teenage drama. It's like all the villains of the show like get together having this bullshit like random teenage drama, and it just doesn't work. It's an awful episode, and sadly it's right near the end as well. But that's it. You're talking 1 dud, 1 misfire, and the rest of it's all just extremely good. It manages to be funny and really emotional. It does romance well. It does villains pretty well. It's a good show. It definitely is. So anyway, did we do guild missions this week, says Kato? No, not yet, actually. But we're still only on Saturday. We've still got a bit. Look. Let me focus on getting these achievements done. That's the main thing I want to do. And then we'll push from there. Don't watch Corey, you think? Well, unfortunately, I started looking at some YouTube videos because I was like, I want to see what kind of discussion people have on various story beats, you know, so I'll like put a quote in or something. and see if someone's uploaded it and see what people have been geeking out. All the comments on all these videos, they're like 8 years old. And people are like such children, right? Like, I feel so bad. It's like, it's so obvious like it's kids that like that show. Because like, there was a line, there's a line near the end where it's like, I won't say the full line, but the word forefathers is used, okay? So I'm going to type that on screen for you guys, okay? Forefathers, okay? It's pretty obvious he's saying, I and my forefathers, blah, 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 blah. And you see it, like, people are quoting it as me and my forefathers and stuff. It's just so bad. Like, I wonder whether, like, the kids are really getting everything out of that show that they could be getting out of that show, you know? That would probably drive me up the wall as a creator, you know, to produce this thing and see that people are just, like, looking on, like, you know, they're barely scratching the surface of all the levels they could enjoy out of my product or whatever. But, yeah, I was reading these comments, and there were a lot of people bashing the sequel show. There were a lot of people bashing it, saying, you know, like, just fairly intangible stuff that I don't really care about, like how cool the avatar state looks between the two shows and stuff. But I don't know, it somewhat puts me off a little bit. Because it feels like that show, they invent a world to tell a story, right? They've got their characters that tell the story, and the world feels exhausted once it's done. It feels like they've pretty much gone in all the good directions that they could have, and there's some mystique to the world, and it's ended at that really nice place. Like it's like almost convinced me 60 episodes is the way to tell an epic such as theirs. And so it feels weird to like retread that ground however many years later. Wasn't it like it took a decade and then they decided to do the sequel series? I remember the sequel series coming out because all the nerds were talking about it. I couldn't escape conversation about it, you know? And like people were obsessed with the like there's a gay kiss at the end, right? And everyone wanted to talk about the gay kiss and whether it was justified and all this kind of stuff. Like, I remember that was yesterday. So the sequel show was really, really recent. And I don't know whether the setting really needs more stories to be told in it. But I'm definitely interested in this, like, live-action retelling that supposedly they're working on at the moment. I think it could be quite interesting. They won't match that kind of fight choreography and that kind of artistry in the battles, though, with anything live-action. They just won't be able to do it. They won't be able to keep the speed. And there's no budget that would sustain something so incredible, even with CGI as we know it these days and how it can be implemented. It's going to look hammy and cheesy if they try to. So I wonder what middle ground they'll go for there. Shatter says, to be fair, you really never need to have a high IQ. What? To see the difference between forefathers and forefathers? That's just like a little example that, you know, the level that people talk about the show. It's not a high IQ show, but it is a quick show, because it has to be quick. So, by the way, because I know a lot of people are going to inevitably ask me shit about it, I'll just say that I don't want to ramble about it all stream or whatever, but best character is definitely Iroh. Iroh is by far the most captivating and awesome character in that show, by a long, long, long way. They could have actually done a lot more with him, I think, as well. What add-ons do I use? I use Guild Wars 2 Hook. I use Guild Wars 2 Radio. I use Guild Wars 2 DirectX 12 sometimes. I use Guild Wars 2 Launch Buddy. I sometimes use Arc DPS, mostly if I'm raiding, because raids are a lot more fun when you can like compare your damage and see what builds are doing well to other people. It feels like meaningless button mashing with little context otherwise to me. So I really like running DPS meters while raiding. What else do I run? I use Guild Wars 2 Taco, and you'll see that when we... Well, you won't see it, but I will be doing that when we do more guild mission streams. Get rid of these, because salvaging those is annoying. Why do I have a potion of Tangled attunement? How long have I had that? Cave creature meat as well. What? Task item. Give it to the raptors as a tasty treat. It's interesting that they've tagged those as task items now. All right, we'll get rid of that. All right, so let's kick things off here. Like I said, I already got that achievement. We're waiting for... Oh, Kuj is here. Kuj, we're going to do the Ecto gamble now, okay? That's perfect. What a god. Look, he knows when the stream starts. He goes for it. Oh, you know what? So Gauk says, I think the voice actor died. That's interesting, because they did something really good with him where they pulled him right back. In the last season, they had this character that they've been squeezing into episodes, kind of unnecessarily, right? And he's a cool enough character, but in the last season, they really drag him back. They, like, don't use him very much anymore, but it makes him way more compelling. But I was very curious as it was going on. I was like, did something happen to the voice actor here? Because they have a lot of scenes where he barely speaks and stuff, and it definitely manipulates the story. And I was wondering whether they had just been really smart and taken a jump with a decision on a character to just put him away and decide if that makes it a more compelling element of the story to have him far away and then bring him back later. That's what they do with one of these characters, but it works well, but I was wondering if they had actually thought to do that, or something had happened with the voice actor. And now someone in chat says something had happened to the voice actor. I really did wonder that. Wow. What's Launch Buddy? Basically, it allows you to quickly launch. Let's say you have 3 different Guild Wars 2 accounts. You've got a free-to-play account, you've got a core account, you've got your main account. You've got, you know, free-to-play one for PvP in or login rewards and all that kind of stuff. It allows you to launch different accounts very quickly. You can just have your information saved and you could. It allows you to multi-box into those accounts so you can have all 3 of them played at once. You can't automate key presses or anything to them. That's against the TOS, but you can have multiple accounts running at once. It allows you to launch the game under different configurations. So if you're like a PvP tryhard that only wants certain audio settings and certain visual settings, and you know, so that you can see animations clearly and blah blah and a high frame rate. But then you also care about like PvE exploration, and you're happy to wander around at 40 frames as long as the game looks good. You can have Launch Buddy launch the game under different options configurations. So like you can have presets. I don't know if you've ever got into game modding, right? Like, but quite often if you mod a game, you can like build it out so that if you press this button, you launch the game under this mod set. If you do it here, it's this mod pack. Launch Buddy can do all those things. Launch Buddy can manipulate command line arguments without you having to actually know how to do them yourself. Alright, so 3 Sandstorm Flush Hands. There's not going to be much fanfare for this because people are asking me about different things in chat, but yeah. Any mutex can run multiple Guild Wars 2 accounts, but Launch Buddy does that in an easy, comfortable way for people that aren't used to mutual exclusions. Alright, so here we go. We're going for the jackpot if we can. 3, 2, 1. Alright, we got 6 and 25. That's a pretty bad roll. It's not a great roll, but... It's not a terrible roll, sorry, but it's a pretty bad roll. What we're looking for is liquid gold, because I just hoard these away like a greedy dragon, so... The 25 is really what's making me say that. Next, we got 6 and 25. It's not a very good roll. And then next, we got 150 and 6. So we put 300 gold in. We're taking 200 gold out. We put 750 Ecto in. And 18 times 50 is 900. So we gained a couple of Ecto. We gained 150 Ectos, lost 100 gold. So overall, we've lost some money because with 100 gold, you can buy more than 150 Ecto. Overall, we're down a little bit, but overall, I'm still really happy to click the achievement up, and it was from Kuj anyway. So thank you very much there, Kuj. I appreciate it. You know, I watched The Expanse. Have I seen the season 4 trailer? Oh no, the season 4 trailer is out for that now. Interesting. I actually only just recently binged my way through to catch up on that. I'm kind of lukewarm on that show, I have to be honest. And that's coming from someone who's increasingly becoming a bigger and bigger sci-fi fan, I have to say. But, it's somewhat lukewarm. Gambling with other people's money, living the dream. I know, right? I know. If anyone wants to pick up where Kuj left off, we'll keep going. For now, though, I'll deposit these. Because there will be a day, right? Hopefully it'll be by day 90. Wouldn't that be good if on day 90? On day 90, we can open all of those Ectos, right? And we can use it to fucking charge through the Tarkton gamble. We could have like an insane gamble stream where we do 100 gambles in one stream. From all the Ectos we get from that. From the victories of the previous. What do you guys think about that? That might be fun. But to get us over the finish line, we need another 11 rolls, I think it is. I think it's 11. Holy crap, I thought I cancel cast that. That's crazy. Alright, okay, so moving on. It's achievement time. Now, what we're going to do is we're going back to episode 1, because while episode 1 looks complete, there's a couple of hidden achievements for us to do there. They don't look too challenging. You guys are welcome to play with me. I'm still on North America. And I guess I'll get started by opening up Guild Wars 2 Efficiency on another monitor and having a look. Kuj says, wait, I still need Tarkton. Yeah, I still need Tarkton. I never really Ecto gambled before Master. I'm only doing it for the achievement, right? Like, I don't care about Ecto gambling. I don't. It's not such a thrill to me. I've done it a little bit. It's like viewership farming. If you do a lot of it, you're just doing it because you're like soullessly like trying to bait viewers. But as an actual player, I don't think I'd be interested in it. So we've done 17 roles. And I'm pretty sure every single one of those 17 I've broadcast because people want to watch, right? I don't think I've ever done it. There was a day where actually I was drunk in a friend's Discord and I did a role. He did a role and I did a role. And he didn't do well and I did well. So then I stopped. Because, you know, you win and you leave, then you get to win for good. But yeah, so largely though, it's just been broadcasting. Just avoid Another Life with Kati Sackhoff from BSG. It's a horrendous new show. BSG is in Battlestar Galactica? The books and audiobooks for The Expanse are incredible. I can imagine that they really shine in terms of... That's weird. My leaderboard ranking keeps dropping on efficiency lately. I'm not sure what that is. But in terms of gold, we're at 305 at the moment. Our account is the 305 wealthiest account in the game. But we were higher than that for a good chunk. It must be something that I've got hoarded, dropped value or something. Anyway, right, achievements. You can't gamble yourself. Every time you try to gamble, you drained your account of all mats just so you can gamble more. You're really bad with it. I hope there's never a situation in real life where you gamble because it will be bad. Really? Dude, that's actually fascinating to me. Isn't it interesting where you realize that there's like some psychological element to you that you just can't get under control? You just can't figure out. That's amazing. How do you think about games revealing that to you as well? Because people always talk about games as like these bad things that manipulate people in ways that are insidious, you know, on the gambling topic. But what you've kind of just told there is an interesting story. Games have given you a warning signal, haven't they? Games have allowed you to realize, oh, maybe I shouldn't gamble. Maybe a holiday to Las Vegas when my mate suggests it. Probably I won't say yes to that one. Do you get what I mean? Or whatever, right? It's kind of like they've done you a service there. You've got to play with fake goods and realize how bad it is for you before you do too much with other ones. At least you just... I guess the argument against all of that is you never spent gems for gold, right? But you could have, and some people would have. Why did you only spend everything on your account instead of gems for gold? Why didn't you, like, slot in the debit card or whatever? Right, okay, so Story Journal, Episode 1. We have 3 achievements. First one is the Belligerent Brawl. It's to defeat one of the Corsair captains while under the effects of Medivh's monstrous grogs. Okay, so are the captains... I'm just going to float north here. Are the captains... the events that spawn? The meta event or the dynamic? Or are they just randoms that I can find? I'm guessing they're going to be the big events, right? It says defeat one captain while under the effects of Medivh's monstrous grogs, plural. So does that mean I need all of them? Let's check wiki, shall we? Each drink inflicts 1 stack of alcohol sickness and a unique effect. Each drink can be consumed once per day per character. It doesn't really... It doesn't really say whether I need all of them or just one. You didn't have a job at the time, and even then, you only use a prepaid card for internet purchases, so you'd have to put money on it, and that's too much effort. Interesting. So it's just the barrier, right? The effort barrier. That's why, like, gem store sales exist, right? Powder Keg Crew is remaining. Gem store sales and freebies on the gem store exist to get you to do the busy work preemptively at an earlier stage. So you get your details on the client. Like, if I wanted to buy gems with real-life money right now, I could do it in just a couple of key presses. I could click it on, Okay, I don't have to enter much information. I have to enter a bit of information that I know off the top of my head, and then there you go. I've got it. I'm done. Like, it's very, very, very quick. And you know, the goal of like putting freebies on the gem store is to get people into that place where they're not like, ah, it's too much effort. They're like, oh, I want to gamble more, you know, at a later date, or I want more skins, or I want more this, I want more that. So I'm gonna just try and kill these guys and hope that a captain appears. You guys can join me if you'd like. I guess I'll squad up. If I don't have to solo the captain, all the better. Morning, Rocker. The hidden achievement we're currently going for is called Belligerent Brawl. And we need to drink some of the special grogs in the area of the heart. And then we need to kill a pirate captain. That's what we're doing. Are hidden achievements on efficiency? They are, yeah. That's what I'm looking at this from. By all other concerns, I'm done with this release. But there's 3 hidden achievements for us to pick up. This is actually not going to be the entirety of the stream today. I don't actually think it will take that long to get these 3 hidden achievements. It's not like the ones yesterday. So we'll be moving on to Thunderhead Peaks, the penultimate release. And it's going to be a weird stream from that perspective, because it's the way the AP is going to be coming in is very weird. But we might get a lot of AP today, guys. Like, as far as I know, there's like hundreds of AP on Thunderhead that's actually really easy to get. Okay, so the grogs last how long? They only last a certain amount of time. And if there's only 1 per day, I don't want to get the timing wrong. So once this rolls through, if we see a captain spawns, don't kill it too quick, guys, because we want to go drink the drinks. Would I consider Ellie one of the best classes for PvE? Not necessarily open world and story, but it can do. There's various periods where it's done well in raids. It's actually kind of had periods where it's fallen off as well, where it's been like, look, the DPS you get is not worth the squishiness and the blah, blah, blah. So it's not as rock solid. For many years, Ellie was pretty fucking rock solid as far as a lot of matters of endgame was concerned. I don't think that's quite true anymore. All right, here you go. Yeah, Captain retreats in 10 minutes. Standing right here. So hold on, let's go drink some grog. But there's no such thing as a dud class in Guild Wars 2. There's no such class. If you're just getting into it and it's like, well, what do I want to play? So we'll just stack all of these up. You won't regret picking a profession, as far as I'm concerned. I don't think you'll. All right, there you go. All right, now we'll go kill the guy. They all last about as long as his dynamic event. The only gamble used to come to are rare drops from completing content. I feel NA Brandstone's up. Interesting. I'll see if I can get there in time. I've had that sort of, like when I was hardcore doing Worm, I really was just waiting for one of those RNG drops. I'm not that compelled by that stuff anymore. There's an interesting thing. I like to think I don't care about the gambling. But I wonder if it's just because I don't care about money that much in Guild Wars. I don't value money that much. And it's not that I don't have much to spend it on. It's just that I think the fact that I could end at any time. I'll see if I can get this res. I'm not on Arcane Resurrection. So that blunderbuss. Jesus Christ. All right, put out. Don't get yourselves blown up again, yeah? I feel like if I ever have like a gold gate, I nearly always just think, well, if I really wanted this, I would just do a gem to gold conversion. So doing a gem to gold conversion to Ecto gamble just seems really weird to me. Like, I would just go the other way with it. So I don't know. If it was Guild Wars 1 and there was no gold to gems, if there was none of that at all, and the gambling system existed, if I could gamble Ectos in Guild Wars 1, I might have gotten quite addicted to it, maybe. Or, you know, like torment gemstones and shit, maybe. Alright, there you go. So that's the hidden achievement, Belligerent Brawl. Next hidden achievement that we need. It's called From Downtown, and it's in the story instance, the first city. Which is at the end of the patch. We need to throw a static conduit and destroy a static storm orbiting Scruffy from very far away. So, she never did this chapter. It was my Rev that had done this chapter, though, I think, right? So we're going to go into the instance here and the final fight. Throw a static conduit and destroy a static storm orbiting Scruffy from very far away. Smitsky says, nice, you can still get all that AP. I have it all and I'm still so much behind on you. Probably mainly PvP AP. Well, there might be some historical as well, you know. By the way, so we have to turn our squad into a party if we're going to go for this. Let me just verify I'm on the right character here. Yeah, I am. Okay, so restart this episode. Oh, wait, hold on though. It says continue the chapter. That's not right, is it? No, that's fine. We finished it. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go to the gate and enter the first city, and hopefully it will give us a checkpoint to start the time you fight. I think it does for achievements. Yeah, Reaper is probably top of the list for open world. Reaper's pretty godly, honestly. Just everything about Reaper in terms of its sturdiness, its aggression, its kill clear, its break bar clears. Everything. It has everything it needs, and in such ludicrous abundance. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. We want to go south, don't we? We go out to the water. Don't always want to be in a sky scale here. Let's come up here. Did you end up reading that Binglong message I put in the stream channel about Erased? No, I didn't. I didn't read a big long message about Erased. The stream channel in Discord, you mean? No, I haven't actually looked at that channel. The only channel I've looked at in Discord recently is, and keep looking back at, is the WP streams and videos one. Wait, that's the same channel you're talking about? So no, I missed that. I'll have a look at it after this one's over, I guess. Yeah, but Smitsky, I don't know. I was looking at the amount of AP I can gain, and definitely the Thunderhead release has like over 100 or whatever. But the rest of it just feels like peanuts to me. I don't know. There are people like thousands ahead of me. Thousands. And, you know, that's quite crazy to me when I look at how much I can actually gain from these releases. It's not that much. It's festivals and stuff, you know, like the big 50 plus 50 chunks from festivals. Because I'm not consistent with that stuff. If you miss that stuff, you know, that's a good clip down you'll be. Alright. Oh, are you serious? I am the Sky Scale Master. Okay, go to Fahrenheit, save timey. Okay, so throw a static conduit from far away. From very far away, it says. Oh shit, I was in a squad. Hold on, I'll let everybody come with me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm going to drop squad, and then if you want to play with me, type /join list. Not /invite or anything like that. /join list, yeah? And, wasn't this guy... Or maybe the first person has to do /invite and the rest have to do /join. No, /join seems to... Oh, wow, even /join seems to work. Break there. Can't keep spamming them in, guys, and then you'll be able to join the party. There we go. What am I looking forward to MMO-wise? What do I think about Crowfall? I'm not really looking at any MMOs. I'm vaguely curious about New World, but we've not heard anything for ages and ages and ages. And it doesn't... It seems pretty good, but it doesn't look like the be-all and end-all. That's all, really. Is this it? We had a lot more than this in the squad, but okay. And I'm going to be playing a bit of WoW Classic, but that to me, I don't know whether you really consider that new. Alright. So, it opens with just a raw fight sequence, right? I like that telegraph. A cone with a charge in the middle of it. You don't often see that, do you? You don't often see them doing cone charges. So I'm going to try and stand in this guy's elite wherever he put it. Where it is. his orb. It feels really clean and readable right now. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so he's got invuln. Static shields. So this static storm. Pulls in any creatures around it. But we need... We break this, the conduit. We grab a static conduit. Throw. What? It doesn't... range 3,500. Please tell me it gets there instantly. Holy shit, it moves. Oh, I got it. I got it. How the hell did I get it? I don't believe it. I actually hit the storm from all the way across. Maybe it's got a massive blast radius. Maybe that's what that is. And so it's okay. Alright, cool. Okay, and so then the final achievement is stop right there. Defeat the awakened guard who goes to check on the riot before he can reach the top of the stairwell. So that's in the instance Hero of Istan, which is this one up here. So we're going to get thrown in prison. And a guard is going to check on a riot. I can't remember that moment, but we're just going to be super aggressive and just kill things, okay? That's what we're going to do. I can only assume... Oddish says, well, God, I can only assume that there's a big blast radius on it. How should I approach DPS within Soul Beast? Because from my experience, it's too squishy to hold its own in open world. Well, you're asking for a Soul Beast open world build. I was looking into that maybe 30 days ago, 35. And basically, I'm thinking Axe main hand with just merged shit feels pretty good. Because you just bounce your axe around doing big-ass damage and you just build shit tons of might. It feels pretty solid. And here I was thinking I'd never come back to be in the area of this achievement. But there it is. Wait, Guild Wars 2 just crashed. EU Guild Wars 2 just crashed. Did it really? A good choice to go NA today then, am I right, guys? Yeah, we get to stay in. So yeah, we'll just be talky, and then we get to move on through. Oh no, EU's fine for a lot of people. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this bit's not going to take very long. We go on to All or Nothing afterwards. Oh, no. After this, we're going to unlock a skin. Oh, I've got males as well I was going to read out. Oh, shit. Someone sent us a key. What class will I be playing Classic WoW if I'm playing? Okay, so I hardly have ever played WoW. I've played it for, like, very brief windows. Like that April Fool's thing I did a bit back and stuff like that. But I did legitimately sort of play WoW. I've never owned a WoW account. But I had legitimately played it. I think this was during Burning Crusade. Or maybe it was even before Burning Crusade. It was a long time ago, nonetheless. The year is like 2006, 2007, something like that. A long time ago. And it wasn't my account. It was someone else's account. And I only got to play it in brief snatches. Like, I never had it installed on my own PC, so I couldn't even play it at home. But I did play on occasion. And I played, I think it was a Tauren. They're the big Minotaur guys, right? And I think I played a Undead Warlock as well. I think those are the two different characters I've played. I can't remember what the Tauren's class was. Maybe I can't remember what that was. But yeah, I think the Tauren I got to like level 13 or something. So that's the most I've ever played WoW. I probably have less than 10 hours of playtime on WoW lifetime. But because of that, I think that's what I would play on Classic, possibly. And there you go, another fucking person asking about Classic WoW every single stream. I suppose I somewhat half-ish brought it up today because someone else said what MMOs I'm going to be playing. Hey WP, I was watching your dungeon series. As someone who's played Guild Wars 2 since 2012 and never done explorable dungeons, they're really informative. Thanks, man! Thank you, I really appreciate that. I don't get compliments on the dungeon series much, but that's the most recent one that came out. And that is ram-packed with trivia bombs and just, you know, information, right? You're going to probably swap to power DPS Rev instead of Condi? You play Condi in open world? I don't like Condi in open world because you lose it if it's not efficient, right? Because you ramp conditions onto people, and then right as you get to that point where you peak your damage, or you're moving to peak your damage, the creature dies. So then think about all that torment you put on them that never really does much damage. Meanwhile, you could have just done like way less animations and they'd already be dead because it was power damage, because it was all up-fronted. You get all the value of a power strike in the first instance. You don't get all the value of a Condi strike unless the thing survives a long time. Okay, cool. So she beats us up. Yeah, I will make an excuse for Scourge, though. Scourge is pretty fun in the open world. Just because it can burst a lot of burning on people and do a lot of really, really deadly stuff. Cougar says, hey, WP, I've watched your Let's Play and it was very soothing. Soothing, Cougar, really? Oh, dude, I like our mounts in the jail there. Holy shit. Oh, they're minis. Whoa, why are you guys, like, that's a really weird coincidence that people are repping mount minis. Okay, so we want to beat the crap out of this guy. This guy had such a big intro, Zaim, and then it felt like he didn't really do enough. I don't know. Yeah, this instance is really good. Someone was making the point that this patch is one of the best. And they might be onto something, especially with story instances like this, you know. This is a really good story instance. I like how it really pulled the focus back towards us. You know, we feel closed in. Like, this is the kind of scale that I like to play at, you know. This is what I wish the game was, you know. I'm really appreciating the animations, and I feel, like, closer to my character. Like, closed-in interiors like this, I think, work really well and are really fun. And I don't care about the camera or whatever. I think it's good. Yeah, like someone just said in party chat here, this feels like the most single-player RPG to you. Exactly, yeah, and it's because of the scale that we're playing the game at. At this scale, this zoomed in with this kind of camera work. Like, and the thing you got to understand about Guild Wars is there's always enough detail to really enjoy the game at this level, but the devs are scared to push it on you. Okay, so we invoke Joko, which is really cool. And we learn to Sunder Steel. For some reason I can't press my thing. Another one for the road. Thank you so much. We will definitely open those in a second. Alright, so this guy, we've got to beat the shit out of this guy. How do we do that, though? Where's all my gear? Take the jailer's key. Uh-oh, we're going to miss it, aren't we? Oh, it's this guy. Unlock the door. Okay. Where's my loot? Isn't it down here? Collect my gear, it says. Collect my gear. On this guy? No? Oh, weapons rack right here. Shit. Alright. Have we missed it? It's gonna be him, isn't it? Got it. Damn, he was squishy. I basically realized I could use the Shiro port there to just skip through some of their like line of sight cones. Alright. Nice. So there you go. Stop right there. It's only 1 point, but that's what we gotta go. We gotta go for it all. So we're off to Thunderheads. Who do we want to play at Thunderheads? I'm going to start on Warrior. Now, the reason I'm going to start on Warrior is because a lot of these achievements require us to do things while wielding weapons. Like, a lot of them do. So, why not play a class that has a lot of weapons? Login servers are... Okay, so wait. Guild Wars is up, but the login server is down. So if you get DC'd, if you get booted for any reason, that's it. You can't get back in. Is that the situation we're in right now? Hopefully I can let you guys live vicariously through me for a bit. Right. I'm scrolling on efficiency right now. Okay, so one of them is defeat enemies while wielding a shield and stuff, right? So we already did the dagger one, right? We did that on a recent stream with Thief, I think. So I can just unequip that. Rifle, I doubt I finished. GS, I might not have, though. Let's just put a different main hand on for now. Let's put mace on. I doubt I've done mace. So we have a mace and a shield. What we want to do is just cleave things down. Let's unfog this area as well if we can. The auditorium. Now this was one hell of a release. I won't listen to anyone badmouth this release. This was some godly stuff right here. So let's just go to the main area of the map now. No, we need to play ourselves or we'll throw a fit and toss our toys out the pram. I'm really sorry, Retchie. Torn page. This will be to do with vision, but I guess I'll get it anyway. This appears to be from Case Journal. This appears to be a fragment of a journal. It's strange. Here at the end, all I can think about is the beginning. You were so small once. A tiny, jewel-bright... But look, her beginning is Heart of Thorns. A tiny, jewel-bright bird beginning to test her wings. Every time you took flight, it stole my breath away. I should have spent more time in those moments, little one. Now I'll never see you fly again. Is this the same as the blog post? Or not blog post, you know, official website. Is this the Requiem story? And Kraukatoric, the one who took him from you. The one who took you from me has slipped through our fingers again. The end has come. Without you, what hope does Tyria have? My duty now is to bear witness to the end of all things, to stand beside your shell as I wait for reality itself to crumble away. It doesn't frighten me. How could it? My world ended when your heart stopped beating. The pale tree, the dream, Ventari's tablet, they taught us Silvaria born fully grown. But before you, I was a child. I considered myself the most important creature in the world. I made so many mistakes. There appears to have been more pages at one point, but they've been removed. Is that the start of Requiem? I think it is. That's a nice little touch from the devs there. They listen to, you know, wankers like me whining that it's not in-game. Boom, they put it in-game. It's too much work to put fully in-game, I guess, but that's really nice. When I say too much work, I mean too much text. There's too much, you know, the volume of text is too high to realistically. I'm not saying that they're lazy. I'm not saying it's too much work for them. I'm saying it's too much. I'm North America today, yeah. I'm North America. I have been hearing in chat that the EU servers are down. So sorry about that. So does killing ambience count, do you guys think? Also, let's check event timers here. The oil flows are going to be up in about 20 minutes. So we might want to keep our eyes on that. I think it's the other meta that I need though. I think it's the actual Assault on Thunderhead that I need for one of these achievements. But we'll get there steadily. So I'm just gonna like what stat is this mace, by the way? It is Zerk, and I'm Zerk Eagle, that's fine. Okay, so Savage Shield complete. Defeat 30 enemies while wielding one. So I guess I was at 29 already. We could do this just brainlessly, or we could do this in, like, map completion mode. Now, I do have hundreds of currency from this map as well, so when it comes to spending all those vision crystals, the real gate for us is going to be the vision crystals themselves. I'm just going to wait for, like, a mace thing to ding here. I'm guessing it wants me to land CCs and stuff, though, right? So it's probably good to keep spamming Skullcrack and Pommel Bash. Let's see. Other people who get mace, what else do they have? Rev doesn't really have any hard CC. It has a lot of Condi application. Guardian doesn't really have hard CC. On its mace. Who else gets mace? It's just those three, isn't it? It's just the heavies. Shit. I just fucking missed Skullcrack. Anyone have any good fantasy book recommendations? I'm almost finished with the Mazalan book series. The Dark Tower. Or if you've got loads of time, apparently the Wheel of Time is good, but it's like huge. It's like massive. What else do I hear people recommending all the time? I love those meaty auto attack chains. That third strike feels good. Do you guys want to try this? Oh, wait. I think I need something at this event. If everyone in the party is here, I think I need something at this one. Let's have a look. All or nothing. No, Bunker Buster is a different thing. Chasing tails, chasing tails, chasing tails. As the instance owner, junk debunk. Help Tira Bakir look for a big non-existent shiny at all the dig site locations. Defeat Hesper Sasso without being caught in the branded imprisonment. Must participate from the start of the event. Eligibility is lost upon leaving. So this is Hesper's event, I think, right? Successfully defend all the barricades from the branded attack at Symphony's Haven. Retrieve all of the Zephyrite supplies, both lost and found, while escorting Pepperseed. So they're just dynamic events we're looking at. Wait. Group event. Kill the branded Forgotten. Yeah, it's here. This is definitely it. So we got to do this. This will be Hesper. We've got to, like, not get caught in the branded imprisonment. So what's most quality of life on this for me? I'll probably run Stomp because movement. Let's try out. I am keeping vigil here. Hopefully other people can kind of carry me through this. We should do something for vigor as well, but I don't really have the food for it. Dragon's Breath isn't going to really help me here either. If I could give any class a new weapon, what would I choose to do? Are you asking me that? Focus main hand for warrior. We were talking about yesterday, so I may as well. You can't log in on NA either. Yeah, it sounds like the login server is down. So if you're in, you get to keep playing. If you're not in, you can't. You never stop to think about the fact that Mace are on their heavy classes. Yeah, I think that occurred to me once. I'm scared of everything right now. I don't know what animation is what. Oh, I should have equipped like rifle or some shit. I think if I can't combat break, I lose eligibility though, right? I'm so scared to try and DPS. Is that it? Oh shit. I need to play like Resbot. Fuck, but what if that's one as well? That guy's already dead. Defeated even. It's all just barrier damage I'm doing here. At least we got the tether up. Stay with that guy's tablet, guys. If you're on stream and you're struggling here, stay with his tablet. Now look at this. We just did 30,000 barrier damage. Like, that's not good enough. He never moved. That's a CC right there. Maybe I'll just cleave the ads out. Someone hit me. I knew it was basically pointless to go to any full counters here. He's 100% health again. What are we doing wrong here? Corpse Squire? What's a Corpse Squire? I really hope that that's the imprisonment, right? The point blank AoE. That's my main hope. 99% health. Is it that I'm not breaking his bar? I'm not seeing any bars come up at all. Oh, he TP'd. Okay, that was him resetting because obviously he got too far away from his arena, but that's not a fail, is it? Don't want to be in that. If there's anything I'm confident I should avoid, it's that right now. If it's the big, like, Crash Bandicoot ring thing, I think I'm even more scared. Basically got one shot by his charge there, even though I was behind him. Did you guys see that shit? So the Corpse Squires appear after you kill the Devourers and things. There we are again. Too scared to move in quickly. You think it's purely about the ads? Well, that Devourer's moved pretty far away. I'll get clipped by that. I know that I'm playing very, very, very low aggression, by the way. Very slow, very safe. Oh, this is a break bar. Holy shit, 15k skull crack. Fuck, man. I need to move away from that. I'm only surviving because I'm a fucking warrior, which means I'm brain dead. Let's get our might going and our resustain. Fuck that. Here's another one. I was a bit late there again. I'll contribute eventually. Just trying to help that other guy out. Okay, get away. He never moved. Oh, definitely not in there. I don't like how I don't have... Oh, shit. Did he just do it twice in a row? Let's res this. Stay on the ads. There's a lot of them. Oh, no, I'm out of combat. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. That guy just got caught in a branded prison. I just got launched. Holy shit, that procced my full damage. He's CC'able. Oh, I should have the thing on me. Come on. Help. I could have Bulls Rushed there. Someone else got it, though. Okay, he got through the barrier again. 52 fucking K damage. Just trying to be safe with the... Oh no, I just got clipped by it. I just got hit by the thing that I've been trying to avoid. It put chill on me. I'm trying to look at my combat log right now. All it says is Order of the Vampire everywhere. Okay, he got a break bar again. Alright, we got it. The Fugitive. I don't know. I don't know what animation it was. But I'm really happy that they were forgiving there about the combat break and stuff. Yeah, pure axes is really good for just raw damage. We might actually need axe achievement as well, so you might see me on that in a minute. Right now, my weapons are purely about the extra achievements, though. Okay, good. So that's one. The other one we need to keep an eye out for is the Pepper Seed Escort, and also that Script one where it's like looking for treasure up north. Oh, here you go. Branded waves defeated. Here, guys. This is what we need as well. We need to, like, not have any barricades fall. But I don't know whether that means I'm too late. Why is 100 Blades on cooldown? Should have full countered there, really. Forgot it's still big damage in PvE. The temptation to stomp all these guys and spread them out is overwhelming. I mean, I don't see any barricades. So I feel like this is like the last stage. We got a male. Another single key. Dude, you guys, thank you. I think we'll be close enough to getting an unlocker in a minute. Warrior Poet. Defeat 30 enemies with a greatsword in Thunderhead Peaks. Okay. That was just a daily. We don't care about that. Okay, we're at 2 out of 3 waves now. Yeah, I'm on NA today. I'll probably be EU again tomorrow because this is actually the 3rd NA stream in a row. Not this event. This is the Script Escort. Oh, is this the Script Escort? Oh, it is. Oh, so I wonder whether this is good anyway, because I needed something from this. Trickabakira. Oh, yeah, that's his name. Yeah. Didn't we read his name on one of the potential achievements we need on this map? There's a weird thing in open world where you kind of don't care. Like, I have Skullcrack, right, and he has no break bar, so I could weapon swap and do that. But so there's 3 sites for junk debunk. We've only gone to 1. But in open world, someone's just gonna throw like a quarter-second daze on him at some point, like a Chaos Storm, or someone spamming headshot or some shit. And it doesn't matter like how long my CC is, so it feels like pointless almost. Can I stay with that guy now? I want this waypoint. But can I stay with that guy? There's a packed trade cache we got there. Okay, so it's not just enough to just kill people though, right? This is the thing. We have to do special stuff. We have to like inflict condies or whatever. So let's see. Warrior Poet. So this is Cobble the Poetic. Okay, so anytime we see Cobble, here. Deed 3 we still need for Cobble the Poetic. Defeat 60 enemies with a sword. Hold on, this actually tiers up quite high. Why is it only 30 for greatsword, but 60 for sword? Rifle. Oh, now this one's 30. Oh, maybe there's just a 60 one then. Oh, shit. Chasing Tails, Man at Arms. Mace Shield is a specific, like, it's a combo. Defeat 60 enemies while wielding Mace and Shield. Alright, so we're making progress. We're following in the name of Mugalan right now. So get me a Dragon's Blood weapon in this map before going too hard on your Shield Warhorn focus skills. Got it? Is that some advice you just got from chat based on a question you proposed to chat, and I've missed all of it until your final message there? That makes sense if that's the case. Let's unlock some of the more southern stuff now. Let's just slowly wander our way there. We'll kill things as we go. I don't think I need to last hit, by the way, so as long as the party members are with us. I guess the Greatsword one probably goes up to 60 as well. I'm not going to bother killing a veteran. Yeah, Berserker in PvE is kind of nuts damage at the moment. I don't know how I feel about it in terms of like an open world build right now. I still think I prefer Spellbreaker for open world. Not the setup you're looking at here by any stretch. But I think there's some really fun things you can do mixing dagger and axe. Like if you're dagger main hand, axe offhand, and then you swap for axe main hand, dagger offhand. I think you get a lot of really nasty crunching shit there, to be honest. I think Wastrel's Collapse is insane in open world. I think that's what it's called. Or Wastrel's Ruin. Collapse was the elite in Guild Wars 1. Especially like coming off the back of a Bull's Rush or something, so you can guarantee. And like peak performances up at the same time. Get good Fury, good Cleave, good Break Bar, Quickness even. You're slowly working on Weapon Master achievement for offhand weapons. Might as well double up and go for these achievements too now that you know they exist. That's a good idea, man. That's a good idea, definitely. Yeah, realistically, what I should do is I should try to last hit these with my Shield Bash. For every one of these kills, that's what I should do, because I need Shield Master. So, yeah, I could do the same. The vast majority of weapon thingies I've got beat, though. My shortbow one I don't have beat, and I've probably been making good progress on since Master started, with all that Renegade wandering around with the shortbow. I'm now at 2,500 shortbow. Longbow's 3,400. Shield 256. These fucking underwater weapons are going to take ages. Mace as well I don't have done. This is actually really good then, actually. I'm making progress on those too. I didn't even think about it. I should like beat a whole campaign on Mace Shield. And like go really, really slow. Okay, here we go. So the drills are up. But I don't think I have any motivation to do them then. I don't think I need the key halves or anything. I don't even know how much they sell for on the TP anymore. Just going to close the gap with that. A quick little interrupt on his next thing there. WP, how can you play? Wow, it's actually amazing to me. So people's first instinct is to come to Twitch when the game goes down. That's a really weird thought. Look, if the login servers go down, it means that you can't log in again. Like, if I got kicked now, I think the stream would have to be over because the login servers are down and I don't think I could get back in. But as long as you're already in, you can keep playing. I think that's the situation we're in. You've been playing Berserker Diviner Herald in open world. I think that the Renegade setup we have would look really good on Diviners. For certain things, anyway, if you care a lot when you're going to the big open world things. Because the alacrity span is kind of cool, and the might that you generate out of the F2 and stuff. The open world zerg is kind of nice. Get that extra duration on there. Those that can play can, those that can't watch. I mean, that's kind of true when it comes to, like, difficult content. This isn't actually the same thing I thought it was. Alright, direct approach. 30 enemies with a mace. So we're halfway. Because we want 60 with mace plus shield. We did the wrangle thing, right? I'm pretty sure we wrangled that Hydra. That moment you full counter in PvE and nothing procs it. Yeah, that feels pretty bad. But that's not new to the game either. It's the same as like in vanilla trying to use a counter blow and then their animation. Like, animations are so slow. The animation rate of mobs in PvE is so pathetic that like they'll like swing and you'll be like, okay, I'm anticipating his next swing. Okay, I'm gonna counter blow now. And then you're waiting and you're waiting for his next swing and he doesn't do it and he doesn't do it and he doesn't do it. And maybe you've WASD'd ever so slightly off to the side. So now instead of triggering an animation, he's decided to WASD too. So now he's like ruined himself for the next like 5 seconds because he's stopped. And now he's slowly like keyboard turned to the left. And now he's considering executing the animation. And now he's going for the animation. But hey, we got the Hobbler. Yeah, look, it's Condies. It's Condies on mace. Luckily we have Vuln, so... we are doing a little bit here. Wait, what are we vulning on? I'm not counterblowing. I must be on crit. Am I arms? So am I putting bleed out on crit? What am I condying? I don't see any condy on my mace attacks. Well, how am I condying? I'm not condying. Oh, weakness on pulverize. It was weakness on pulverize. That's what it was. I was thinking damaging conditions. Actually, I was thinking Vuln, so that's not even what it was. Let's keep exploring, I guess, vaguely towards map completion objectives. The Dragon's Blood focus is bugged for you? What do you mean? And that you can't get it? If you want to see what the thing with me choosing my mounts is, you can go to my YouTube channel and type Guild Wars 2 Wooden Potato. Go to YouTube, type Wooden Potatoes Mount Wheel, and you'll find my video on it. It's got all the detail, all the information you could possibly want, which, you know, I don't care to spend 20 minutes repeating on stream, so you could check that out. Just type Wooden Potatoes Mount Wheel on YouTube and you'll see it. Well, I reckon we're getting enough just from pulverized weakness, to be honest. I think we'll be fine. I kind of like these achievements. The next patch does it as well, where it's just like kill loads of stuff. I kind of like them. I think they work well for Living World releases. I think they get extra playtime out of the maps, and they feel fun enough to me. I don't know, they come quite close to what you'd consider as classic MMO grind, but I don't know. I think they're alright. Anyone got like a big topic they want to talk about, by the way? Because this is like perfect gameplay for that. Too often people ask me big questions that they want like lots of information about while I'm doing something that I have to focus on. I don't have to focus on this. I'm literally wandering around pressing 1, waiting for an achievement to do. Chasing Tails, 3 out of 5. You need to do deed 3, but it doesn't exist for you. Oh, wow, really? Dude, that's brutal. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yes, do I believe in souls? Oh, guys, the Wood and Potatoes 2 VOD comments have been so good. There's been really good discussions about, like, from that stream particularly, not the souls conversation, but the whole, like, was America justified dropping nuclear bombs on Japan in the 40s, right? There's, like, loads of, like, really cool comments and things. And someone had, like, a hilarious summary of what the stream was, and he was like, to summarize so you don't have to watch this, in this stream, WP seems to think he'll become enlightened from reading YouTube comments. Or something like that. It was just so well phrased. Actually made me laugh really hard. What is a soul? Souls don't exist. They're just like a thing that I think our monkey brain societies intuitively believe might be a thing. It's just like a natural like consequence of the way the biology of our brain works that makes us think we're something more than we are. Our own arrogance, our own narcissism, belief that we're more than the world presents. And there's like a sensation within us as sentient beings that feels like it could kind of make sense, but it's not actually the way the world works. That's what a soul is. These are the facts, and they are undisputable. When you get time, WP, do you think you could show off my power renegade build? Maybe. If we need short bow kills and stuff on this stream, you might find I go onto that. I'm not sure I need short bow kills, but maybe we could do that. In general, though, I'm not going to go out of my way to do it for you. I'm sorry. I really want to focus on this. But if you go to Wood and Potatoes 2, you can find all the VODs and just look for one with like a renegade thumbnail, and you'll be able to see me talking about it and what I did for that. It's not as good of a build as the damage floaters make it look. It's kind of the whole Mesmer Greatsword auto attack thing, or like 100 Blades thing, where you think you're doing really crazy damage, but you know it takes a long time to ramp up. There you go, Man at Arms complete, 2 out of 2. Nice. So I think we can stop with this now. What did I just get in my inventory? Nothing. We're getting good karma here as well. Nice. So Jurio is ready. Any of these that are at 4 or 5, they're ready. Baltria the Blade. This is Dagger. Okay, actually, I think the way we can read this is anything with a title notifier on it, we can ignore, because they're like the meta. They're like the mini meta achievements. So, a light in the dark. What is this? This is torch kills, alright? We've not even really started torch kills. So, 30 kills with a torch. So, what class do we want to play that we'll get torch kills with? Who's most fun on torch? Do you know what? I'm going to do Firebrand, because I think I can wield a torch and I can F1 over the top of it and blow shit up with F1 without actually having to worry about the torch itself, I think. And I will still get credit. Plus PvE Firebrand, really fun. Why am I playing the gnome class, basically? Sorry, do you think that races work like classes in Guild Wars 2? If Guild Wars 2 did not, yeah, because I like their animations, because they're small, because they're really responsive, and they feel really fun. The bigger the model, the less responsive it feels, and the worse I like it. Not as good at jumping puzzles either. If Guild Wars 2 did not exist... I was playing a Norn a second ago, though, so what are you talking about? If Guild Wars 2 did not exist and Guild Wars 1 ended with a satisfying closing chapter, what kind of games and which series do you think you'd be playing and creating content for? Hold on. Let me hide under this. Elmore's here at the Grand Court. That's really weird. Let's just get to a place where we can mindlessly farm. Have I played any Castlevania? No, but I've seen, like... You know, there's like obsessive, nostalgia-oriented nerddom, right? And I've seen lots of people in that arena talk about those games. And they look fun. They look interesting. If Guild Wars 2 didn't exist, I probably would have been covering Elder Scrolls when I started in 2010, or I would have been covering the Halo franchise. They were the big 3 franchises. Guild Wars, Halo, or Elder Scrolls. Obviously, Guild Wars was the much smaller, like, less known franchise, but that was a big part of why I picked it. Because I figured if the sequel did really well, it would be a good place for me to be, you know? And I really believed the sequel would be extremely good. I really believed it would be like this titan of the game, or of gaming. So we're DH at the moment, and we have staff. I don't know whether we have the staff achievement done either, by the way. I don't actually know whether this character has a torch on them. So I've probably got myself into aggro a bit too quickly here. I also don't necessarily know how I would build Firebrand since the symbol update. So let's see. I'll probably go bottom, bottom, bottom here. Probably don't care about anything else. I'll probably stay Litany. We're all bottom Radiance. That's okay. This is an alright setup. We can do this. And then I'll probably run Feel My Wrath. Run JI. The sword is okay for PvE, I guess. Do I give a shit about Bane Signet for open worlds? Probably not. Maybe we could run just the DPS mantra. I kind of want like a stun break though. Save yourselves is pretty funny. I don't actually think it's that good, but I want the jokes of it at the moment. Okay, so that's good. And now, do we have a torch on this toon? No, we don't. But, do you know where I know there is a torch? In our bank, because we made one yesterday. But yeah, like if Guild Wars 2 disappeared at this point, I don't know which of those I would really be looking at. Alright, so just come up here, we type torch. Oh, I never dump. Oh no, I typed torch you. Ah. Shit. So wait, Issa's holding them then, isn't she? I guess. What's my favorite voice for a character out of all races, both for male and female? I like male Asura. I think he sounds pretty good. And I think in certain story beats, especially through Season 3, he really shone. I think he has a good voice. Okay, so Warhorn, shortbow, rifle, longbow, torch. So we're going to just turn that into a Sigilless Zerk torch. Just for Elmore to run around on. How do I rank the Elder Scrolls games that I played? Well, that's really difficult for me to answer because they exist in like different sliders, right? Like, in terms of freedom, the further back in time you go, the better the games are. And in terms of like respecting your ability to make your own fun and to roleplay and to... What set do I want to drop here? I guess the shield, right? And get some axe stuff done as well here. This could be pretty good, actually. Guardian's got a good range of weapons. Alright. You know, we started on Warrior there, specifically because they had a lot of weapons and then pretty much almost straight away swapped off. Alright, let's go. So, like, you know, there's a tendency within those communities to say, oh, you know, if Skyrim's the newest game, Oblivion was flat out better. If Oblivion's the newest game, then Morrowind was better. You know, people don't really people don't unpack why they feel about how they feel about the games in the right way, I think. But what I will say is it's pretty hard to deny that Skyrim is the best of the games, right? Even though it cuts so much stuff away, even though there's so much lamentable about the direction of the franchise or whatever in terms of like those freedom aspects and, you know, quality in certain areas. You know, it has the best usability. It's the most impressive visually. It's the most well-rounded in terms of its, you know, delivery of story and stuff. Like, it's just easy to gloss over what was kind of rubbish about the previous ones. Also, Skyrim's been supported just through the way Bethesda's ran for the past several years. Best. So feed the pie. Here you go. Because it's had all those re-releases, right? And it's had all those years for the modding community to stick with it. The other games, you know, had these huge modding projects that were really interesting and then completely lost steam and never ended up going anywhere or doing anything. Defeat 4 enemies sequentially within 20 seconds of one another. Oh shit. That's 2 of 2. Okay, so we are done with that. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, but Skyrim, that's not necessarily the same. You know, it's still valid to be like, I wanna start Skyrim modding. Like today, it's valid to say that. So you know, I do view that as a perk of that one. But I have most nostalgia for Morrowind, slightly less nostalgia, but still a shit ton for Oblivion. And then I actually played Skyrim least of all of those 3. And then most recently, I actually played a lot of Arena. Like, lots of Arena. I've actually done maybe 4 or 5 different playthroughs of Arena at this point. None of them have beat the game, but starting different characters. And, you know, I'm going to play Arena now. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do Arena. And then I'll play it for a few weeks, and then I'll just end up dropping it. And then I'll be like, oh, I'm going to play Arena a few months later. And then I'll play it a bit, and then I'll drop it. Those are the only ones I've played, though. I've never played Daggerfall. So I've never played the second installment. Only the first, third, fourth, fifth. I've never played the MMO. I've never played the mobile games. What else have they done? So yeah, there's good chunks of that franchise that I actually still have no experience with. What add-on is that? You can go to YouTube and type Guild Wars 2 Mount Wheel, Radial Wheel, like Wooded Potatoes Radial Wheel, and I know I definitely have a video on it, and you'll see that. So I wonder if my tome is kind of ruining this. I wonder if I'm considered on hammer while I'm on the tome, so I'm going to try and not F1 for a bit. ESO's very meh. ESO's gone through different phases though, hasn't it? From what window are you judging it? Like, I'm skeptical of that because, you know, people say Guild Wars 2's meh, but they might have developed that opinion during Season 1 and, you know. Are you talking about contemporary? You played so much Skyrim that you had to delete the desktop shortcut because the logo gives you PTSD. Really interesting. Skyrim, it's a great game and I really like it, but the thing that always burns me out of Skyrim when I try and get serious on it and try and play it a lot is I can't remember what they're called. They're like event quests. You know, like the mini quests you get everywhere, the dynamic ones that are like, oh, here's a thing, go to a nearby cave because there's a whatever, right? Those always end up piling up on me and they just don't gel with my like completionist attitude to the game. So I always feel like really out of touch with a lot of stuff. And even just proper side quests and proper things, they load up too quickly and I want to complete everything, but you start on one direction and the game just loads so many other things, I get kind of overwhelmed. Like, that's one thing that cuts away at my enthusiasm. But the other thing that always cuts away at my enthusiasm is inventory management. It's probably better now if I found the right mods and stuff, but I find myself buried in menus way, way, way too much. Also, it's not very clean as an RPG. I always end up going the same way. You know, there's a whole like joke about that franchise in terms of, so Bloodthirst, use an axe to slay 30 people, good. So we're going to go another 30 more for the next tier of that. There's a whole joke of that, which is like, oh, you always become like a stealth archer, but it's kind of true, you know, and it kind of like ruins, you know, you need a lot of self-control and a lot of restraint. And then the other big problem with those games nowadays is I start modding them, and then the second I start modding, it's never good enough. I always want this, and then I want this, and then I want this, and I start questioning every little moment, every little beat of the whole experience. There's probably a mod that can fix that. So then I'm looking at that. Oh, there's probably a mod that can fix this, so then I'm looking at that. And you never get around to playing in the end, you know. That's my big problem with Oblivion in the past decade, particularly. Did I play Divinity Original Sin? I did. I enjoy it. I think it's a good game. I actually did a playthrough very, very, very recently of the Enhanced Edition. I haven't actually finished it. We've just got out. We're just entering the third map. We've just basically beat Lacula. And we're on our way out. Not sure what that was that dinged there. Wasn't it a daily? No, it wasn't. A light in the dark. I think that was our second torch one. I really should just spam save yourselves more. Like, this boon up time feels good. I don't know what it really translates into as far as open world is concerned here. But it feels good. The cooldown's so massive in PvE. 50 seconds. It's kind of unjustified. Probably not spamming the sword enough either. But there I just leveled up and knocked him out of my own sword. Did I play BDO back in its prime? Yeah, I did. When BDO came out, I played it right as it came out. I played a witch. I got to like level 40 or something. No, not as high as 40. I didn't play it that much, though. It didn't grab me that much. Like I said, yeah, I even did a stream on video. I even did a stream on it. And people really liked that stream. People are generally desperate for me to go to another MMO. It's kind of the thing. But, yeah, BDO, I was not impressed with BDO. BDO just taught me how much shit people would put up with in an MMO. Yeah, Commie, you remember that? Yeah, it did happen. It's true. Let's just try and aggro as many as we can here, because really it's just kill speed that we care about. Yeah, lots of people are having problems with logins. Lots of people are. Did I hear it's raking in big money? But yeah, I think any of these products could be raking in crazy money if they monetize in the right way. Right as in most profitable way. It's kind of interesting to think, if ArenaNet had not been so... what's a good word that also doesn't sound too shilly, but how I really feel? I think ArenaNet has been really, really, really fucking rock solid with their gem store over the years. I really do. I don't think they get enough credit for it at all. And I wonder if they had been really aggressive about it. And they've done some scummy stuff on the gem store, don't get me wrong, right? But if they'd gone really off the deep end crazy, like you see a lot of these Asian grinders do, I wonder how much money the studio would have had and how that might have translated into content and stuff over the years, you know? I wonder. Because they would have taken a population hit, but... I wonder. The wait on the waiting for the 30th is killing you. Yeah, me too, to a degree. That was weird. I thought I was gonna hit this guy, and then we like retargeted basically. You doubt much? MMOs that focus on making the most cash get the least content. Do you think, really? Do you think it doesn't get reinvested in the right ways? Alright, are we done now? That's 30. Inflict bleeding 30 times with a short bow. That definitely sounds like we could do Renegade on that. 30 enemies with a rifle. Oh, there's just so many. There's so many. This is insane. Scepter, it looks like we have very little. So let's swap a Scepter on. Because we could do that very easily. We could just throw a Scepter on him. This is going to be very spammy, let me just say. Guardian Scepter 1 spam feels really weird to me. Like, it's got no flow, it's got no elegance. Like, I'm talking in terms of animation and, like, rhythm and, like look at it. Probably a good candidate for one of the most spammy feeling things in the game. Oh, Scepter Focus is a specific combo, is it? Okay, alright, we'll go Scepter Focus combo. Kind of like how Man at Arms was a combo. Makes sense. Guild Wars 2 Jesus died for our giggles? You don't love that Scepter's so popular on Guardian, but Guardian is also the only non-light armor class to get Scepter, so you don't know? Yeah, it feels very weird. It's because those artificing weapons just feel very strange to put on medium. They just all feel really weird. If you put an artificing oriented thing on a medium class, it feels very strange. The way they get around it is for staff, right? They make it like a melee kind of martial art thing. But they can't really break that barrier. They haven't found a convincing way to do that for the others yet. Like, you've not seen Focus, you've not seen Staff, you've not... Well, okay, you've seen Staff as in... Well, I guess Druid. To be fair, Druid broke that. Druid did Staff in a castery way. Druid is a counter-argument. You can say I'm talking shit, actually, there. But, like, a Focus on any of those three, or a Scepter on any of those three. Okay, so there we got a ding of the Scepter thing. Rocker says, I just want to say, if ArenaNet wanted to go pay to win on the gem store, they probably could. I don't know whether they facilitated a community that would abide that, right? Like, you gotta understand, like, they build the room. They dictate what is allowed and what is okay with their previous practices, right? So, some game audiences are going to be more tolerant of pay-to-win BS than others. Some are going to be more flinchy. Some are going to get more triggered by it. Some are going to get, you know, they're going to be more, like, you know, vulnerable. So, like, different studios and different games are held to different standards, right, before their gamers quit. What I'm trying to say is you can take the same nerd and tell him ArenaNet has done X with their gem store, and they'll freak out and they won't abide it. But you could take that same nerd and say, oh, Blizzard has done X with the Warcraft franchise, and they'll sit there and they'll take it because their expectations of Blizzard are lower, or, you know, the previous work done is lower, and there's not like a hive mind to embed that outrage in, right? Where where a hive mind that's outraged might be more flammable under a different community, right? So I really do believe that different games are held to different standards. So if ArenaNet had gone out the gate and been pretty pay-to-win heavy and whatever, it's just like right when Guild Wars 2 came out and they were selling the strength boosters and the defense boosters and stuff on the gem store. That shit's outrageous. That shit's terrible. That shit did not fly for me back then, but most people never gave a shit because the game was new and it was kind of like, okay, well, maybe this is how this game operates. Maybe this is all right, you know? There was no pushback against it. But if that had never happened back in the day, and the devs, like, quietly got rid of them eventually, right? If that happened now, people would really rage. People would really, you know, there's some kind of, like, plus 5% modifier that you can buy for your character that you can't get anywhere else in the game, doesn't overlap with anything, and it costs, like, 25 gems or something. Some, like, you know, it's like a nickel and dime thing, but that's the only place you can get the gem store. People would shit themselves. They didn't shit themselves at launch when that happened because they didn't know that it was appropriate to shit yourself about that within the context of Guild Wars 2. That happens for all games. So you're now saying, oh, ArenaNet could do it. They could go pay to win and they'd be allowed. I don't think so. I think that the Guild Wars 2 community is really fickle and is really aggressive and really holds ArenaNet to an extremely high standard. And ArenaNet doesn't see any money out of that. They don't see any, like, positivity. They don't see any improved word of mouth in general because of the standard that they're held to. But they are held to a fucking high standard. I was on my phone the other day and saw, like it threw an article at me. It was from, like, Massively or something. Like, literally the front of my phone. And I was like, what is this article? And it was a Guild Wars 2 related thing. It was, like, an article about how they had done a weapon that looked... It was basically they'd pulled Reddit outrage about how they put a weapon in the gem store that looked like a weapon concept art from another game. Like, concept art from another game. I don't even know if it had ended up... That had clearly inspired or, like, they'd even mimicked, right? To me, that's pretty low on the totem pole for something to care about. But it was, like, newsworthy enough to, like, incense people on Reddit and even get, like, another article about it. Like, Jesus, like... You don't see that shit for other games so much. I'm not saying that ArenaNet's got, like, a much harder time than other studios. I'm saying that they've established the way to operate, and people hold them to it to a T. So I don't know. I don't know whether Guild Wars 2 could go big dick pay to win now and get away with it. I think people are way too whiny. Or I think they could. To be fair, I think they could. I think that transition though of burning all the really picky nerds and getting, like, more laissez-faire people. I think that transition would last too long and be too detrimental to the game's reputation in the long run. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. All right, we've killed a lot of stuff there. Let's see. Locus of Power. Defeat 30 enemies. I just don't know how many goes up to 60. So Warhorn, we're at 3 out of 5. Torch, we're at 3 out of 5. What's Halivardid 3? I don't see Haliver written anywhere. Oh, here we go. Haliver the Seeker. No, that's the meta though. Oh, this is horrible. This is this is so horrible. I see rifle. I see torch here. Yeah, defeat 60 with a torch. Here it is. Yeah, there is. There's still defeat 60 with a torch. Okay, so we're going to put that torch back on in a minute. Hey, WP and Spuds, you can't log in on EU. Yeah, lots of people are having that issue. Lots of people. You got to be like a no-life that was playing a few hours ago and hasn't logged out, so... Type it in, says Benji. Wait, I can type on that? Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, I could just type Haliver. Oh, but that's only showing that. I don't know. Anyway, we've seen that. We do need another. So I'll keep going Scepter focus for now, and I'll stop when it feels vaguely like a good time to stop. Unrelated question. Let's say they were to announce the abolishment of expansions on the 30th and went 100% live in world. How do you think they could monetize that? Oh, that's like my nightmare, Rocker. That's what I don't want. That's what I'm scared of on the 30th. I'm really scared of that. How would they monetize that? I mean, people are going to think like the whole sub thing, right? Like you subscribe to Living World or like a season pass for Living World or something. Maybe they'd end up doing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they would monetize it, would they? Beyond Gemstore complementing releases. But I think if they were going to do that, the only way they could play that, if they were actually going to do that, the only way they could play it is saying you never have to spend another penny on Guild Wars 2. That is basically like a pure free kind of. Because you got to think about this. Why would they be moving away from expansions in this world? Why would they not be doing it? Because they can earn just about as much money and keep their head above the water doing Living World releases. All the extra expenses that revolve around going expansion or whatever, they don't need to do. They'll just do a Living World release, and then they'll monetize that. I think the short-sighted part of all of this is a lot of people only play for the excitement of future expansions, and then you're going to kill them, and then where's your monetization after that? Whatever, you know, you're going to get hit. Blah blah blah. But anyway, the only way that the August 30th thing, they make that, is that it's not solvent. It's not worth doing expansions. So fuck doing expansions. We're just going to do Living World. So now it's a game of convincing everyone that's the best way to go forwards for them too. It's the best way for us studio monetarily. Now how do we convince everyone else? That's why that would be the August 30th. And in that world, they would be basing that on existing Living World money that they're getting, right? Each Living World episode, they earn money on it. They don't monetize the Living World episode itself, but they're earning money because they're putting Gemstore releases, right? So I don't know whether they would deeper monetize. Wouldn't they just stick it purely with Gemstore and say, well, look, this is enough. It's been enough for us for season 3, season 4. So screw it. All right, we just got something ding. That's 60 enemies while wielding a scepter and a focus. So we're done with this set. We have to be done with this set now, right? So let's get the torch back. Is there a thing where it's like I should combo something with the torch, though? Should I be something else main hand, do you guys think? Elite spec adoption license, 400 gems or 3,600 for the full set. Is that RNG as well? Is it elite spec loot boxes? And they put the old ones in as well, right? And duplicates, you know, it doesn't count for duplicates. So, you know, if I want to unlock the Wraith, all right, you know, I'll buy a loot box. I'll buy about, uh-oh, sorry, you just unlocked Reaper again. It's okay. You can trade that in for some statuettes. The Wraith isn't available with statuettes. What do you guys think? They'd earn a pretty penny off of that. They get some good cash. You know, they can do that whole, you know, like when you open the mount license, you see like They play like the zoo noises and stuff, and then the doors open, and you wonder, you know, they could do that, so it feels really good to open the Elite Spec loot box. You can hear the cries of the Elite Specializations trying to get out. The guy in chat saying, I think they should advertise better. That's like such a non-comment. Alright, Purging Flame. Do you know what I think, guys? I think they should design the game better. Don't you guys agree with that? That they should design the game better? They should advertise the game better, and they should design the game better. I should go to the forums with this. This is quite the insight. No. Oh, my bad. No, sorry. All right, we got that then. Also, add more content. Yeah, that's a really good one. Benji's actually got the best one. Because people do say that unironically all the time. Guild Wars would be better if they just added more content. Okay, I want sword and I want short bow. These are like crying out to me. They're crying to me. So is Warhorn. Wait, dagger? What is deed 1 for dagger? Right, we're going to go on Rev. Oh, shit. Block, absorb, or reflect 20 attacks while wielding a shield. Alright, we're going to go on Warrior. We're going to go Sword, Shield, Warrior. And we're going to block stuff. Can I wander into the Brandstorm under shield block and just auto-complete that, do you think? Alright, this is where being in a party is going to really ruin us, though, because... Oh, just in time. That was meaty. I was about to whine like a little child. Oh, shit, I equipped a dagger, not a sword. My bad. Cougar says Guild Wars 2 PvP would be better if they supported it more. Damn, that's kind of... that one stings, because I say that, right? And you're basically pointing out my hypocrisy there. You're in a subtle way, in a clean way, pointing out that my observations are only as poor as those I'm now, you know, being a dick about. Alright, let's go this way. By this way, I mean my inventory, I guess. Fucking hate it when I say that. Alright, these are swords. I don't actually have an ascended sword on this character. It's fine. It's just condies with the sword, right? It's not kills with a sword. I should have stood in his hitbox. I know this feels a bit weak, but he is a vet as well. And we are only auto, and we're not final thrusting. I'm going to final thrust when he gets below 7. The big crit. Also, we weren't tethered, so no might. Okay. Oh my god. Come on, man. Shield block lasts that long, and you're not doing anything. Oh, there you go. Anatomy and physiology. Inflict 60 conditions. We're already there. But is it kills with a sword now? I seem to mouse over a lot of stuff for sword. Defeat 60 enemies while wielding a sword. Okay. So it is kill 60 things. Defeat 60 with a warhorn. 60 with a rifle. 10 enemies without being struck by shortbow. Block, absorb, or reflect 20 attacks. Hold on, couldn't I do this on Guardian? Couldn't I put Guardian Shield and I could run Wall of Reflection? And because it doesn't give a fuck whether it's... Couldn't I do that in like the meta event? Can we full counter? Oh my god, we got a full counter. Guys, to everyone on stream who was playing with me... Oh, full counter might count as well, you know. That's an absorption, isn't it? Well, it's not really a projectile absorption, which is what I'm sure the devs think. You can help out now, guys, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe find another technique for the blocks. You glad you can watch me do this instead of go through it yourself? Are you sincere about that, by the way? I don't know how I'd feel as an audience member for this. I would just be feeling like, oh, I should do this too. I should be in game right now. I should be doing this too. Like, what's the difference, you know? I guess if you're on a mobile or you're at work or something. But in general, if you're at your PC watching this stream, you may as well make the progress while I make it. There's nothing I'm doing that's based on skill or prior account access or anything like that. Like, this is just all time. We got one block. I basically want to use this off cooldown and get a block each time. And then in 30 casts, we'll be done. Yeah, you could run shelter as well. That's a good point there in chat. You could run shelter, definitely. Well, we can't get in game, says Nerdy PG. Alright, maybe that's a thing. Man, this is what I need to do for, like, my streams. I need to just bring the servers down, right? Oh, this will be good, because they should all take a shot. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, baby. Oh, I was so ready for that. Okay, we're 20. Do you think they've got one to go up to 60 as well? Defeat 50 with a greatsword. Holy shit, I don't even have the greatsword one. We were running around with a greatsword for ages earlier. Alright, we'll swap to this now. I've still got sword as well. Basically, I can just go ham on either weapon set right now because they're kills, either for greatsword or sword, so we can just do whatever we want. Is that a face cam or a GIF? It's a face cam GIF. It's not actually a GIF at all, it's a video file. It's a WMV. Actually, I don't know what it is. I don't know how I rendered those. Oh yeah, I could run offhand sword. That's a good point. That exists. That Severari gash spam. Hey, that was some top tier Guild Wars 1 gameplay right there. I just like playing Mario when I'm on a warrior, just trying to get the kill with the dodge roll. Jesus Christ. What is this AI? Do you guys see how impressive that AI was? Fucking kiting like a champ. This warrior's ultra shiny? I don't think this warrior's too shiny. This greatsword's a bit silly on it, but... Is the potato in the camera still around? No, it's like... It's pretty old now. I was eaten. No, definitely not. People always ask that. What did you do with the potato? Do you still have the potato? Is the potato there? Why don't you ask if I still have that monitor or those shelves or... Is that the that's a Guild Wars 1 trailer in the background there. I just saw for a brief glimpse, okay, a couple of frames of that, and I saw a man in a swimsuit swimming. So I'm guessing that that's the Commando trailer. Is that the Commando trailer? That's that moment in the Commando trailer where there's people swimming in a pool and then, like, they get oogled or whatever. Is that what that is? Alright, there you go. Shattering Storm. 50 kills with greater. Why is it only 50 on that one? Okay, over to sword now. Yeah, it's the Commando, isn't it? It's not the Commander class, it was the Commando. Commando? Dog dead, potato dead, what else is dead? My soul. I still had a soul when I made that. I still had ambition. Now you're just watching me circle in the drain. That's what Guild Wars 2 Master is. Oh, God. I love that expression. How can you play? I'm at ArenaNet HQ. Washed up potatoes. Hey, you want to wash your potatoes before you eat them? You want to wash them, peel them, boil them, roast them up, baby. just lost our food. I'll put the dragon's breath back on. Alright, Samwise. Yeah, you guys couldn't resist. You had to do the Samwise Gamgee thing, didn't you? Nerds. In IRL, it's really hard to get Lord of the Rings references. But you lot just get baited into it instantly. Have you seen Gorbs and Ramsey fixing Guild Wars 2? So funny. Best Reddit post for a while. Actually, no, I haven't. That sounds kind of funny. You don't even like Lord of the Rings. Benji, defend yourself. Substantiate that. How dare you? What do you mean you don't like what do you mean Guild Wars 2? What do you mean you don't like Lord of the Rings? I'm waiting on a response. You don't get to just say that, alright, and then act like you didn't just, you know, drop a grenade. It's cruel how they put anniversary sales up before school starts and we have to buy textbooks. Yeah, it's cruel, is it? It's cruelty. Let me get this POI, I guess. Why didn't they just fly on the eagle? Alright, there we go. An opinion that goes against his echo chamber. I know. Get him, guys. Get him. Do you know how hard I've worked to curate this echo chamber? Do you know? Do you have any idea? Of course you don't. You're not one of us. Out. Where's a mod? That's how weak of an echo chamber this actually is. I don't even have mods for my streams. Just let people waltz in here, say whatever they want. I don't enforce with an iron fist. I've got to get on that. Does anyone want to be a mod and just like ban all dissent? What do you guys think? It's good. We can make it safe for our own opinions. What do you guys think? Censorship is a good thing. Do not give Dosty mod. Do not give Dosty mod power. I'm mistrustful of you, Dosty. Oh, we got the ding, by the way. No, we didn't. Reading Lord of the Rings is more important. I actually didn't enjoy the experience of reading it as much as watching it. I'm deadly serious about it. I think the best that the books really get to is the stuff to do with Denethor is fucking so hype in the books. It's like a good 2, 3, maybe even 4 chapters. Revolving around Minas Tirith. And like Denethor's falling and perspective on things, and just like he's just such an interesting, cool character to me. Oh man, getting that ding on the final thrust. But the rest of it, I'm kind of take it or leave it with how the books articulate things. Too much song, too much poetry, too wordy. My brain isn't big enough for it. To be fair, I listened on audiobook. Please get out of my echo chamber, smiley face. Alright, let's see. He's not a king. He is a steward, cool boy JK. Get him. He doesn't know the difference between a king and a steward, guys. Get him. I'm not happy with how this stream is going today. And you guys have yourselves to blame. Okay. Look at this junk debunk. That's what I have to do when I wade into this Twitch chat. Alright, longbow and shortbow. Let's go renegade. I guess we could have done longbow on warrior right there and then. But I want to play renegade. I want to spam those shortbow autos. Get those bleeds up. Get 10 kills without being hit. That's something we got to do. Shit, he's never been anywhere interesting either. Well, a lot of the extended edition stuff touches on Faramir a lot more. Rocker, I think. But, I mean, it's kind of a weird thing where when a lot of people think about those movies now, they think about the extended editions, don't they? They don't. The first and foremost is not necessarily theatrical. And theatrical in some ways is better paced on some of those too, so I don't know. How can we get these new loading screens? What? What new loading screens? Are you talking about just the new maps? I'm sure that's not what you're doing, by the way, and I'm not going to be rude or whatever. But can you imagine someone that, like, interprets a new release as what's exciting about it is the new loading screen? Like, none of the other stuff actually matters, but... Oh, there's a new loading screen this patch got added? Holy shit. You know, the map it's attached to or whatever is completely uninteresting. Alright, that's pretty good right there with those hatchlings. Get some good credit there. That's good for our 10 kills. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 does have some good loading screens. Quite a few people over the years have compiled all the loading screens and like put them on Imgur albums and stuff. You know, to share. You can even like up-res some of them. And it's no wonder. It's because they've got great concept art. And they realise it in their engine as well quite well. The Doe's probably a good choice. It's not going to be able to close the gap before it dies. And you know, a kill's a kill's a kill. Oh wow, restart and update to stay in support. Support for the Windows 10, April 2018 update ends in November 2019. Restart to install a supported version of Windows. Thank you for that big ass pop-up on my screen. And a ding noise for all of my viewers. Yeah, the PS2 Two Towers Lord of the Rings game, what a game. And the Return of the King sequels, what a game. In fact, the Return of the King, so this one's a little bit scarier because he's actually... It's such a shame that 7-shot is the only meaningful fucking kite possible shortbow skill because it's such a janky skill. It would mean so much for this kit if you could cast other stuff from behind. Alright, there you go. So that's... Oh no, that's 30 bleeds. We'll get our 10 kills in a second, I think, as well. Yeah, they were really good games because you could take certain characters and cross paths. So once you beat... Like, there was basically 3 branches through the campaign. There was like Frodo and Sam's branch, Legolas, Aragorn, and Gimli's branch. Holy shit, that roller beetle scared me. What was the other branch? Anyway, like once you beat the game, you could unlock extra characters and stuff, and they could cross over. So you could like take Faramir along, you know, Frodo and Sam's journey if you wanted, shit like that. I might have been hit there, by the way. Doesn't look like it. Nothing ticked on the damage taken. Yeah, what do you guys think about this new Lord of the Rings MMO that I keep hearing about? You think you had that? You played a lot? Yeah, it was just like an action RPG. You'd kill shit, you'd get experience, unlock new moves, utilize the combos as you played. It was co-op. That was one of the reasons I really liked it, because it was a brilliant co-op game. Fuck, we just got hit. Damn, how am I supposed to get... Was that on our... Do you think that was maybe our 10th kill? Someone could probably count. Do we want to just, like, hide then? That guy went really aggressive. He was, like, over 900 range when he did that. And he got us with 3 projectiles, too. Branded barrage. Hit us 3 times in a row. Oh, yeah. Battle for Middle-earth was a strategy game, right? Yeah, that was also pretty good, I remember. Cool. We enjoyed a good, like... 7-8 years in gaming of just constant fantasy games and Lord of the Rings related shit. We enjoyed a long period. It never really fully went away. Wasn't there like a really good PS4 game that came out quite recently? I can't remember the name of it. But it was to do with, was it called War in the North, maybe? It was to do with kind of the northern conflicts that the books and the movies don't really depict or whatever. Was it Shadow of Mordor? Shadow of War? Anyway, there was a recent game, right? Like, that's my point is that we still get to enjoy, you know. Like, there ain't no Harry Potter games coming out. Do you get what I mean? Like, that's the same period of time. 2 massive cinematic phenomenons, all right? Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Like, in direct competition with, you know, as Christmas blockbusters, right? For the 3 years the Lord of the Rings was going on anyway, and then Harry Potter even lingered later. Harry Potter is even more contemporary than Lord of the Rings. And yet, how has Harry Potter affected video games? How many good Harry Potter games have we got? Have we ever had? There's like one really good Harry Potter game. like depicting his first or second year. I think it literally might have been a Philosopher's Stone game where you get to live at Hogwarts and you get to like collect the chocolate frogs and shit. You know, there was like one good Harry Potter game. But what else has there been? And then you look at Lord of the Rings. You look at this fucking Titanic, like incredible thing. So much talent. Have there been any games to do with, like, literally, it's like Lego Harry Potter, isn't it? Isn't that the most contemporary stuff? Have there been any games to do with Fantastic Beasts franchise? Look at that shit. Look, I actually had to dodge that, by the way. Look at that fucking, like, 1500 range siege that I just had to dodge. Did I just see a ding? No. We only have one ally helping us here, by the way. I really appreciate you, Aletha. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Because you can help me finish them without any risk of getting hit. Because you can, like, take aggro or whatever. My knockdown there was out of range. But look at this shit. It's still going at me. Now I feel like a dick. No, you're not a dick. You're not a dick. The other guy, whoever it is. You're no more a dick than anyone else. So, like, it's not an obligation to come hang out. We can do the Longhorn Rams, maybe? Or the Owl Griffins. The Owl Griffins are a good idea, too. Honestly, Order of the Phoenix is the best Harry Potter game. Basically, a full rendering of the castle, a lot of freedom to move around, fun side content, interesting, albeit a little bit annoying combat mechanic. Interesting, really, Tulip. The game I'm remembering was kind of like a semi-free roaming, explore the castle thing. Yeah, there you go. That's our 10 out of 10. But, like, one of the main mechanics was spell casting. You actually had to draw, like, the symbols on your screen with the mouse. Are people familiar with the one I'm talking about? And again, it was an early one. Order of the Phoenix would strike me as a bit later. You deadass want a Harry Potter MMO? I'm telling you guys, a Harry Potter MMO, okay? But you have to play 7 years. You go through, right? Because it's like the ultimate expression of MMO time gating, all right? You are a student when you make a new character, and you go 7 years, all right? And like if you join the MMO later, like there's people in years above you and shit. Honestly, I'm telling you, all right? That might sound like insanity, all right? But I'm telling you guys, sometimes the most insane ideas, they're the real ones, all right? And I'm telling you, that's how you do it. That's the true Harry Potter MMO. That also gives your developers 7 years to build out all the content, right? You got a good end point that everyone's looking to. All right. The Harry Potter games dramatically differed between consoles. The Game Boy ones were RPGs, you mean? All right, this is looking good, by the way. We've made some good progress right here. All these ones at the top with the crowns that are 4 out of 5, they're basically done. The 5th is just do the Vision Crystal, right? So it's basically spend a Vision Crystal to get the last 5 AP, but they're finished, right? That's a completed state. So then next, so apparently we missed one for the focus. So that's a shame. Okay, Warhorn. Okay, so let's go warrior and let's do a Warhorn set and a longbow set. Let's do that. A Harry Potter MMO, but you can only play it for 7 years. Well, I don't know what would happen after the 7th year. Maybe you'd be like one of these people that like just becomes obsessed with academia or whatever, and you become a member of the faculty, and that's like your content after the 7th year in the MMO or whatever. But you know, to basically encourage those players after they've done the full cycle to make a new tune, except re-experience it under a fresh meta and you know. Whatever, I think is perfectly fair. I think that's something that ArenaNet would never appreciate, but... So, this is not stat selected. This one is, so I'm just going to put on this. And then we'll grab a Warhorn. Fuck you, man. There's no Warhorn. Alright, it's okay though, because we could just use our shared slot. Harry Potter would be an amazing VR game, but it's just horrific on PC because of the magic system. Oh, so you mean like you're talking about VR with gloves, right? You're not talking about head-mounted displays necessarily as much as you're talking about input. and the idea of well, not just gloves, but you know, finger tracking and being able to actually move your arms and your body to cast the spells. You're talking about that. You're talking about like motion controls. That element of VR. Yeah, I think that's a good pairing. I also think you have a really immersive, brilliant setting as well as far as VR is concerned. Because what Rowling was so good at was making an immersive setting, right? And they translated that into cinema very well as well. But, you know, if you read the Harry Potter novels and you go through them, they're very easy to just sort of cast aside and say that they're not worth anything, blah, blah, blah. But, like, one of the best, aside from, you know, being pretty good mystery plots, it's the setting, you know, the way that she puts a very cohesive well-realized world. Like, when you finish those novels, you miss the world. You miss Hogwarts. You miss the idea of being there and the dorms and the halls. And, like, it's very, very, very compelling. So, yeah, any VR experience would really be able to tap into that, I think. I think one of the reasons the films were able to key into that so well is that the initial material provided by the books was so exquisitely done, right? Like, that's the real strength of what she accomplished with the Harry Potter stuff. Also, the kind of, you know, get them when they're kids and then mature your stories as they age as well. You know, like, the Philosopher's Stone is a kid's book, right? But once you get to the 7th book, we're dealing with much more serious subject material. And the demographic has shifted, and she shifted with it. And that was quite good as well. I'd attribute a lot of its success to that. I have to say, I had a blast listening to WP's Living Season story cap. It's a shame that I could not see the story because you're a returning player. Oh, you mean Living World Season 1? Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that, man. It's one of the greatest crimes of Guild Wars 2. You don't get to play that. Let me ask you, how do you feel about Timey and Bram and Rox and Marjorie? How do you feel when you start the Season 2 stuff? Do you like them immediately? Do you just sink into it? Or does it feel a bit weird because you're not dealing with Traherne and you're not dealing with Loranthir and you're not dealing with Destiny's Edge? Potter movies met until Prisoner? All the Potter movies are shit. I'm sorry. All the Potter movies are bad movies. I think Americans get, like, roped in a little bit because they get, like, another layer to appreciate of, like the British element. Like, it's somewhat intriguing, you know. There's, like, another... You at least get to enjoy it on the level of, oh, look, they're British people, and oh, it's a different culture, and oh, aren't they so posh in the way they all speak, and blah, blah, blah. But when you are a Brit, you can see through that shit so quickly, and they are not good movies. But, I mean, you're kind of proud, I guess, culturally to a level, but wow. I genuinely think the movies are so overrated. I'm probably somewhat biased because I was like a book reader and all that stuff, but I mean, let's be real. I don't actually know how people can go back and watch those. They're so cringy. They're so difficult to watch for me. They're so poorly acted, so poorly paced. They've got budget, but then that's wasted on fucking shit fight scenes. Stilted, lame-ass dialogue. I do not like those movies. Can I be a temporary mod so I can time out the nerds who put any other franchise over Lord of the Rings? Oh, Rocket, you're a man after my own heart. Harry Potter films versus books are the ultimate gatekeepers. No, I'm not gatekeeping. To express dissatisfaction is not to gatekeep. I'm not telling you guys don't watch the movies. I've even complimented the movie's ability to, you know, take the subject material and create an immersive world that people get behind, you know. And if you think and you see Harry Potter, you think the music from the movies, and if you think, like, the way a lot of stuff looks and the idea of, you know, even just the layout of Hogwarts and stuff, even with the games, right? We were talking about the games. Most of that is influenced by film design, you know. Rowling never put it down as tangibly as the people behind the films, right? So you've got to credit the films with all of that stuff, right? And if you want to watch the films, I'm not saying don't watch the films. I'm not saying you're worse than me for enjoying the films. But I'm telling you, if you had any taste, you wouldn't like the films. All right? That's not gatekeeping. That's not gatekeeping. Do what you want. You can waste your time with the films. Go ahead. Dragon Ball Z is better than Lord of the Rings? I've never really gone into Dragon Ball Z, I have to be honest. If you had any taste, you wouldn't like movies at all, with a smiley face. Jesus, how... I really hope it is just kills with Warhorn, because we're not like necessarily last hitting or anything. The Spud squad is slowly shrinking down, and I'm just scared. It's as people log out, they can't get back in game. It's not... I'm not saying you're worse than me. I'm too polite to say that outright. Alright, I wouldn't interpret what I'm saying there. As someone who loves all three, I can with confidence say Lord of the Rings is the best. Lol. Wait. What are we comparing right now? What are you doing? Like, Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter are only comparable in as much as they're fantasy franchises. One is obviously high fantasy. One is, like, much lower fantasy, right? That came out and were cinematic phenomenons around the same time in the very early 2000s. That's about as far as you can make the comparisons. You can maybe have some interesting discussions about CGI. You know, Gollum versus Dobby and shit like that. But, you know, those aren't really conversations I'm that interested in. Oh, Dragon Ball Z, Harry Potter, and Lord of the Rings. Okay. I don't know how Dragon Ball Z fits in, because I'm not a Dragon Ball Z fan. But Game of Thrones, on the other hand. There's a lot of Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, you know, comparisons, obviously. You know, the whole Free Folk subreddit becoming a Lord of the Rings subreddit. I kind of like it. If you watch one of the best moments in cinema history, by the way, the Ride of the Rohirrim. If you YouTube that right now, go on YouTube, Ride of the Rohirrim, right? Or type Rohan saves Minas Tirith or something like that into YouTube. Look at the clips, right? It will be, you know, it'll be the death charge, okay? And it'll be Merry and Eowyn, like, terrified and all this shit. But look at the comments. The comments are hilarious. It's just people screeching about how bad Game of Thrones is in comparison. And, like, whining about the Dothraki in the last season and stuff. It's amazing. That's not a spoiler or anything. It's very, very, very funny. You're right. Let's elevate the discussion a bit. Now, does Dobby have a soul? Okay, well, Dobby, the book entity? Dobby, the CGI construct? Or Dobby, the thing we're supposed to buy into existing as a part of its world? I would say, for the answer to the last one, is yeah, I guess. Because souls are things in Harry Potter, aren't they? It's a very spiritual franchise. It's, you know, there is a being within you that is your substance that goes beyond you, you know. I mean, it's a story about Horcruxes, right? And the splitting of souls into various objects and shit. So I think, yeah, you could probably say that house elves have souls. Shit, what's Hermione's little thing called, guys? Come on, someone out-nerd me. What's Hermione's, like, Peter thing? It's like Peter, but for house elves. It's called, like, Dwarf or something. I can't remember. What's it called? I'm sure that they have some, you know, some documentation about that. Is it called? It's Spew, that's it. There you go. Spew. Who got it first? Commie got it first, then Benji. Yeah, Spew. Look, I'm sure if there's some Spew documentation about the fact that they do have souls. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you guys immediately knew what House Elf Peter was. Okay, finally, we got the Warhorn. 60 kills, man. Make me do 60 with just a main hand, basically. So now we're looking at longbow. Pure longbow. Oh, look, we're scrolling quicker. Look at this. Oh, it doesn't take long to get there now. That's really good feeling. It's getting to a point where we can figure this out now. So sword and shield is one, apparently. Rifle we can do. Okay, peerless archer. Defeat enemies. All right, we haven't even done 30 yet, so we just got to keep killing stuff. All right. If you really like Dragon Ball, I recommend the book Journey to the West, or Monkey, the English abbreviated version. It's a Chinese classic from the 15th century, or 16th century, and it's what the series is based on. Wow, really? You like the last night battle? The problem is it got overhyped. I think one of the biggest problems that D&D ran into is they didn't know how to, like, establish the physical stakes and environment of their big battles. like one of the reasons the Battle of the Bastards was so good is because that stuff was quite clear. You know, like I just watched Avatar, and when Avatar does its big conflicts, you know, even they get it right. You know, they're like, okay, here's a map of what we're doing. Here's where the invasion will go. Here's the obstacles we expect. You know, you've got to treat this shit like a heist movie, right? You have to lay stuff out in a clear, like, plain way, so that then when parts of the battle go awry, or you know, progress is made or progress is lost, people are in the space. If it's all just like meaningless, dark, fast intercutted splashes of action, you lose that sense, you know. And I think D&D really struggled with that towards the end. And that was one of the big problems with The Long Night. It wasn't even just like difficult to see because of, you know, it was dark or whatever. It was some of this other stuff. Opinions on the Hobbit trilogy? I really didn't like them at all. I hate to be one of those like losery nerds that's just whining about stuff, but I didn't like them. Actually, I think one of the worst I've ever felt in a cinema was watching the Hobbit trilogy, the third one. I really was very, very disappointed. But you gotta understand, I hold Lord of the Rings movies to an extremely high standard. I think they're really, really, really good. And then to fall so far is pretty painful. I mean, they're okay. They're the kind of movie you'd get drunk with a DVD and watch, but there's a billion movies like that, and that's not what I wanted The Hobbit to be. I believe in Hobbit as a trilogy, by the way, as well. I don't believe that those are bad because it was a trilogy. I don't believe that it's because of like story padding or any of that shit. I believe that there could have been a well-paced trilogy that expanded on the initial subject material and stuff that made me feel good and got me excited and captivated and did all the wonderful things Lord of the Rings did. I don't think that deviation from the books is the biggest crime, you know. I think it's because it was rushed. So they never had anything of real substance to fill that time. They never had any real... And also, I think the way it was shot and the way the CGI was utilised and stuff really dragged it down too, but hey. So yeah, I really don't like those movies. From Lord of the Rings, you didn't like the third movie's end because they had built a big, amazing siege and ended it. Well, The Return of the King as a cinematic piece is actually it's a really interesting thing because it's kind of it's very awkward, you know. Really, that's a movie about the fight at Minas Tirith, right? And then you have like this extra like tale where we have to really rapidly segue from that into another great battle, which is supposedly the biggest of them all, you know. And they've got to like rebuild the stakes and they've got a lot of emotion to reset and then build back up, you know, and to intercut with, you know, the real story that then becomes about Frodo and Sam. It's very, very difficult. It was a real challenge, I think. If you look at the way that the Return of the King is structured, I'm not even talking about like the 4 endings thing, which is another, you know, real challenge to figure out how to end it, how to conclude it really comfortably. But that leg of the Return of the King is a real juggling act, and I don't think they get through it perfectly, honestly. I think there's some fumbles there. The Hobbit was just a rushed cash grab. I mean, yeah, you can definitely see New Line wanting a piece of that pie a decade later again, you know. Who's my favourite character? I don't really know. I could say I have one favourite character. I like lots of the characters for different reasons. There's no character I really dislike as well. I think that they all function really clearly and beautifully. Mind if I link it, said Rocker? I don't know what you're talking about, but you can link anything you like. I think the bots, like... The bots kind of don't like you linking things, and then they're kind of cool and chill about it, so I don't know, man. In, unfortunately, my unpopular opinion, the Hobbit movies are your favourite movies ever made. See, I'm so cynical that you know what... How much cinema have you watched? Like... I can understand someone who's like 12 when the Hobbit movies come out and they watch them all and it was like this big thing for them, and you know, they don't have a very big palette. They haven't seen much. They don't so oh, it's my favorite, you know. If I've seen fuck all and I don't know fuck all, then it's easy for something that's shit to be my favorite. But I don't know. I mean, let's say that, let's give that person the benefit of the doubt. What if they're like, you know, like a 45-year-old dude that's studied cinema and done all this stuff, and the Hobbit is their favorite, you know? Do we give them that benefit of the doubt? Long ass video that you think does a really good and fair job reviewing The Hobbit. Oh yeah, definitely link that. Yeah, I'm actually interested in that. Could be like that Lost review that I saw all that time ago. I like having tether on longbow. It's nice to get like a shit ton of might. Right? Like it kind of complements the set in a nice way. Big hybrid damage. Not much might generation otherwise. I mean, you get some blasts and stuff, but it's kind of nice to tether. And putting a hard CC on it as well. We talked about this the other day. A weapon set without mobility or a hard CC is a really difficult weapon set to justify. Like, it's very difficult for PvP. It's very difficult to be meta if you don't have those two tools on your 5 on the left. And longbow is another example of one of those that really struggles for that. I don't really count a mob, right? But the tether kind of gives you a pull on there, so that rounds it out a little bit too. How am I in game? The login servers are down. Well, if you were already logged in before the servers went down, you get to keep playing, and that's what we're doing. I'm in that weird moment now where I'm like, ooh, I don't want to log out. I feel special. Jesus, how many more kills do we need, man? Tether on rifle was amusing because the knockback was the same as the pull. That's hilarious. Oh, dude, we got a $1 donation. Thank you. Hi, do you think Guild Wars 2 will survive 2020? Yeah, easily. What do you mean survive? Its back's not even against the wall, man. What are you talking about? Survive. Do you think Guild Wars 1 will survive 2020? Yes, I think that too. You might say from that LWP's bar is just very low, but I mean, Jesus, man. Guild Wars 2 will be around in 2025. Anything else, any other belief is just hysteria. Malformed hysteria based on noobs to the scene, right? Survive. Pretty funny. And the idea of tethering on F1 too, look at this. Mind you, if I'm out of range... If I'm out of range on initial impact, doesn't do it, right? But if I tether again now... Did I get one? So wait, can I tether him to combustive shot? Let's see this. I can tether on combustive shot. I think though, using it out of range, put it on cooldown though for my next attempts. I think because we were an ICD in the 12 seconds. That ICD is so low as well. Warrior's fucking busted. You watched a video from Nike saying it's in a rough place. Well, Nike really cares about a lot of the structured kind of endgame stuff, which, yeah, has not been having as regular releases as the other areas of the game. But the game is so much more than that. That's like just a tiny little part. And it's never really been emphasized well enough by ArenaNet. So, you know, for a certain caliber of player, you definitely do have some things to talk about. But the general game, it's waffle, it's nonsense, it's irrelevant. I think the game's been doing really well. I think the Living World quality releases has gone up. I think they've done well with festivals. We have additional like weekly events between festivals too now. I think PvP metas continue getting stronger. I think it's all very good. And I mean, shit, I'm still only just catching up with a lot of the stuff. Especially the third of Ellis's videos about The Hobbit is most disturbing. Disturbing? Sorry, it's a review of a movie, isn't it? What's disturbing about it? We're going to full counter on this and see what we... So if I full counter on an environmental effect, what would I tether? Because you only tether the thing that procs you, right? Holy shit, we're taking big damage here. Is Longbow really this slow at killing? Oh, no, there you go. We got 30. But aren't we going for 60? Deadly accuracy. Rifle. Sword. Rifle. 30 enemies on short bow. Chasing tails. Defeat the miniature sun somewhere. That's interesting. 10 in a row without taking damage on longbow. We need to do that. And then sword and shield. Alright, this is actually... We're really close. We're really close. We got to do 10 in a row without taking damage on longbow, though, right? So what we do is we just tag with AoE shit, and then we back out. Okay, so that's 2. And we let the others fight, basically. So I'm going to combustive shot that guy. Whoa, what happened to our projectile? Did you guys see that? Did we lose adrenaline? So we do this, then we're going to go sword and shield, which will get us like another 3 of the things we're looking for. And then after the sword and shield is done, I think we kill that something, and then I think we're ready. I think we're clear there after that. How much AP have we got on just today's stream? This might be the one master stream where I've got more AP than any other. Mind you, each one's only like 2. Shit, I'm getting hit. What the fuck? Alright, I don't like this area. I can't see shit that's coming at me. I shouldn't have gone the UI. Okay, so 1, 2... This guy's still coming. Oh my god, that siege. It's actually kind of cool. It's kind of fun. It's like a good little experience there. So I think with us 4 kills. So we're 4 out of 10. So those guys get forwards. I just don't want to be too close for like a blunderbuss or something. I think we dodged that. I know that there was like an impact animation, but I think that was reckless dodger, so we're okay. Holy fuck, guys, taking a long time to kill this thing. I mean, I guess we are against double veteran. It's not the best place for us to be trying all this. I think we're like 6, maybe. This guy's squishier. Yeah, there's such a wind-up on combustive shot that you can lose adrenaline, especially on Spellbreaker where you have less bars. Okay, that might be 7, 6 or 7 right now. The fan's not a great thing to cast. Okay, 7 or 8. Eight or 9. I'm going to be kind of surgical here. It's a very Guild Wars 1 right now. Aggro a guy with a longbow really far away. Then let everyone push in without over-aggroing. This guy here, he's like our minion wall, okay? Oh shit, that blowout, I might not get a tag. I got a 500 damage tag, but it might not be enough. There you go. 10 or 9 is what we would have had there. Alright, we got it. So that, we can leave longbow now. And now it's sword shield combo. Oh, we can run a good shield as well. Guild Wars 2 on console? No way. I'm not sure how you could translate Guild Wars 2 as it now stands to console, because there's so many buttons, right? Special actions, glides, mount hotkeys, 20 to 25 combat skills at any time, WS and D, dodge roll needs to be bound. It's just too much. It's too much. It's too crazy. I can't imagine a gamepad scheme for that. Apparently one of the devs in their spare time is trying that, but I mean, really, no. 60 enemies with a sword. That's good. We got that one. Short bow, we still needed more. Rifle. Where's the sword and shield one? Here you go. 60 enemies with a sword and shield. This is quite a lot, but let's just go for it, I guess. Probably better to be on Guardian for this, honestly. Not just because of the whole tome thing, but Guardian sword is more aggressive than Warrior sword for open world. Run on a power setup. Get to new groups quicker. Blind spam is really good in open worlds. The autos are pretty meaty. The 3's pretty good. This is like hybrids. Like wet noodle stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to go full Condi just to ding one achievement that I'm going to get anyway, no matter how, especially with other people tagging it. It's not worth it. Maybe if I had it like all set up and all the gear ready and I was on Arc DPS right now, build template. Best bet for Guild Wars 2 would be Steam or Twitch drops. See, I haven't really followed any other games that have done that. Is that really amazing for other games when they do like Twitch drops or whatever? Is it like just this incredibly powerful thing that surges for them? Because it might surge their Twitch viewership, but no one. Twitch viewership doesn't really matter that much. I know it looks like it does. Like some people interpret the front page of Twitch as the front page of gaming. That's not really true. It's not. And I think MMOs in particular are one of those categories that they have to fight harder for viewership, even though it's not representative like of what it's actually like to be in them. Yeah, if you want to do the Mount Wheel, I've got a video. Yeah, I think higher numbers would go some way for Guild Wars 2, but it's not. I think it's quite often overstated, the importance. Like the importance is not. It's not all that. Maybe as time goes on, Twitch will kind of become like the front page of gaming, if you will, and it is fair to think of it that way. But for now, I don't think that's true, and I don't think it's even remotely true. I don't think it's even close. Oh, ArenaNet definitely sucks at marketing their game. I don't think anyone who's reasonably covered this franchise or played this franchise for a long time actually thinks that ArenaNet markets very well. I don't think there have been many initiatives that people are like, yeah, damn, look, they got a lot of people in the game with that. In fact, there's one thing that it's like, I remember the devs doing, and it was like, holy shit, the game's like got a lot of people now. What do you guys think that was? It wasn't necessarily marketing, but it was pretty much kind of marketing. What's the one big thing that they did, and it was like, wow, there's a lot of people here? Beyond like expansions and shit. World boss event? No. Free to play is what I was thinking. When the game went free to play, which was, you know, it's kind of a marketing initiative, right? Or at least it was marketed, play for free, all that shit. Like as soon as that was going on, you saw there was a real, actual, substantive. Holy shit, there's a lot of people playing. Nothing else has come close to that. You watch a lot of Don't Starve together to get skins for that game. Oh, that's interesting. I have a weird story about that, you know. When I use Twitch, I would never, like, click this stream on Twitch. If I'm on Twitch, I only really like looking at people that have, like, no viewership. People who are, like, at the bottom of the category. People that have, like, 1 or 2 viewers. No one's watching them. Because I always feel like those people just really need support. Those people, like, deserve it. They could be really talented. They could have real enthusiasm, genuine passion. Not like these twats that get, like, lots of views and are just kind of, you know, sitting comfortable and stuff, right? Like, so I would never click my own stream. I would always be on lower ones. But I remember doing that for Don't Starve Together, and I remember finding this girl streaming Don't Starve Together, and she was trying really hard for like so long. It was kind of a cringy stream as well, to be honest. But whenever I think about Twitch and Don't Starve, I always think about that one stream I saw that day. And like basically, no, it wasn't a situation where she was like the bottom of the character. She was like the only one streaming at all. It was a long time ago. Oh, we got an invite. Does that mean the login servers are back? I wonder. Alright, so that was Sword and Shield we just got, right? Tried and true. Sword and Shield. Nice. So, rifle. Where are you? Rifle. There we go. The Chuck rifle. It's Valkyrie, but whatever. Refreshes says you watch me. I seriously doubt it was anyone in this stream chat right now. See, rifle feels kind of bad on Spellbreaker because you don't get the meaty kill shot. Like, who wants a T1 kill shot? Kill shot is like the one burst that you really don't want to proc early. Like, it's just not what kill shot's all about. Yeah, I'm going to spam lots of mini kill shots at you. I suppose the cooldown's pretty nice for it, but still, I don't know about this. Rifle always feels bad. No, rifle can feel pretty fun in like a cheesy, gimmicky way if you're playing like a gunflame build. an AoEing 1v5s in World vs. World because you get the right cheesy cone or whatever. But, you know, for PvE, this has to be one of the worst feeling things for PvE, definitely. Like, what sets feel worse than this in PvE? Even pure power. If you're, like, as powered out the ass as you possibly can be. Like, if I was Core Warrior right now, I was, like, arms, discipline, and strength. I mean, we could even do it. That 100% combo finisher, right? Right, and we run, like, always crit. Actually, do we even care about that in PvE? Maybe bonus adrenaline on crit so that we can just kill shot more regularly. Sundering burst. Signets. Berserker's power. Not axe mastery. Burst mastery. Destruction in powder's not going to do anything in open world. I don't know. Something like this, right? And then we run like Signet of Fury. Signet of Might. We'll keep that for a physical proc. In fact, we could run Mending for a physical proc as well. Actually, maybe Kick's better. No, but I want the movement. It's just not going to feel that good. Do I use any add-ons? Yeah, I do. I was asked that earlier on the stream as well. I get asked that almost every stream. I use Guild Wars 2 Radio. I use Guild Wars 2 Hook. I use Guild Wars 2 Launch Buddy. So I open with the Signet. Maybe what I need to do is put like Frenzy on. Which line has the it's arms, isn't it? Has quickness when they're below 50%. Which line was that? Height and focus. Maybe this will feel more fun. Can I cleave on any of these as well? Thank God we could actually hit that guy even while he was in the ground. Where's Crackshot? Oh, Crackshot's here. It's instead of Warrior's Sprint. So we lose 7% swiftness damage. That's fine, because I'm not, like, using this off cooldown or whatever. Yeah, let's keep Crackshot on. Let's go kill these. This looks like a good group. By the way, to grab that comment from earlier, yellow mob farming, no matter how many boosters I shoved down my throat, I never got to that level. More like level 100 plus. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Guild Wars or someone else? That felt pretty good. The volley. I'll admit I'm wrong on that. That volley felt fucking awesome. I've always liked volley, though. But, you know, like the pace, right? The AoE potential. None of it's, like, anywhere near. Like, look at that firebrand build we were on a second ago. The circle mount thing, yeah, this is radial UI. You can type into YouTube Wooden Potatoes radial UI and you can find a guide on that. I wonder what the viewership on that video is. I haven't looked at that since I released it, right? But most streams, I'm like plugging the shit out of that. I should be like plugging my Patreon, right? I should be like, guys, you can support the stream. Patreon, please, please, please. I'm fucking dying here, please. I should be doing that, but instead I'm like plugging Mount Radial. Yeah, if you don't like my documentation on it, the guy who created it, his own documentation on GitHub is very good. Shame this isn't on PS4. You really like the game? I don't know. I just don't know how it would work on console, man. I'm not buying it. We want to remember to open with the 2 for the Vuln as well. There's a rifle warrior on the EU called Mini Bullet, and he hard counters me on Deadeye because all of his cast times go way into my stealth. When's the next season, man? It's still not even queued up. Is that just like off-season, like countering you? You don't think he'll be doing that in the season, do you? All right, good. We got one of the rifle ones, but was that the lower of 2? That's defeat 30. Short bow. Storm of Feathers. That's a cool name. Defeat 10 without being hit. We got to do that. All right, that's it. Just 10 without being hit now. Okay, so same thing. You guys in the party have been so helpful, by the way. This would be really annoying if I didn't have you guys to go in and take the aggro. All right, so we'll try and count it up again. So 1. How much karma have we been getting, by the way? Stack of karma, 50k karma from this so far. Do I think Cantha will ever be visited? I hope so during an X-Pack. That'd be pretty cool. I don't see any reason why not, but then they're kind of weird and cagey. About, okay, you guys are killing. I like the aggression. Fuck, look at that guy coming at me. You guys can't see this, but under the face cam, I have my chat box up, and I'm checking to see if any damage packets come in there. I like the sound of the rifle hits. I really like the crack of the rifle. I'm not like into guns at all. I think they're pretty barbaric, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about guns. I don't care about gun models. I don't care about hunting or any of that kind of stuff. But this sounds good, man. I like the sound of that crack. Alright, there it is. Preemptive strike. 10 without taking damage. We actually got that really quick. Okay, so as far as I remember now, it's just short bow, isn't it? This is the last one for us. And then there's all vision crystals. Short bow. Defeat the temporal storm elemental in the peaks. Not sure what that's. These like bespoke ones, maybe we'll have to get tomorrow. But short bow. Defeat the miniature sun. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, good. Storm of Feathers. Let's go back onto our rev. Yeah, and consume our karma before we leave. Proud of you, Natalie. You did very well. You really dug in Condi Firebrand? Oh, for PvP? Oh my god, it's brutal, isn't it? It's really, really good. I like Condi Firebrand. I mean, kind of bottoms out instantly if you're against an enemy support Firebrand. Like, you F1, he F2s. Okay, now you're deleted from existence. But it's still pretty good. It's kind of actually insane how much burn is possible. So what was this? It's just 60 kills as well. It's not without taking damage, is it? It's just Storm of Feathers. Yeah, it's just kill shit. That's all it is. And we already got some earlier, didn't we? So we must be close. Again, I've kind of ended up split up from you other guys in party, but I still really appreciate you guys coming and playing. Great, we got countered with reflects. Brilliant. All this time we've been doing this. No reflects, but there was some. So I guess we should consider ourselves lucky. The branded dredge, don't do that. You bet the bottomless pit in Yaga Moraine will have a huge role in Season 5. Now that would be cool, Dan. Dan, I like the way you think. That's definitely something to be excited about. You know, the idea like, okay, they're hinting at Jormag stuff, maybe going north, that kind of thing. You want to think about like the pit in Yaga Moraine. You want to think about those mysteries. Return to Frostmoors and stuff like that. Oh, Long Eyes Ledge awaits. The forest where the Asura was researching the facets and that, yeah? There's some cool shit out there, guys. There really is. Do you think ArenaNet will implement new weapons? I hope so. I really do. I don't know so. And I think we're more likely to get underwater ones become terrestrial than other things. But, you know, one step at a time. Baby steps. Next expansion would sell very well if they did totally new weapons. Or at least underwater going above lands. Couple that with Tengu getting added. Fishing. You're looking good. You're looking at a hell of an expansion right there. Let's try to remember to keep our F2 up for all this might. Staff or spear for warrior. You want to dual wield both? That's like wasn't one of Boot's elite speculation things the idea of doing he can wield two hands one-handed now? Wasn't that one of the things? And yeah, then they add spear to the game. All right, there you go. Chasing Tails, Storm of Swords. I kind of do want to do these other ones. Does anyone know though? What Sunslayer is? Where is the miniature sun? Let's look it up, shall we? It's an elemental. It's a tough fire elemental that appears northwest of Thunderhead Keep when it is under branded control. Killing it while wielding a longbow is a requirement to get Chasing Tails Azra the Sunslayer. Alright, it's under branded control. Let's go do that, I guess. Let's just do the whole lot. Why not? It's near the Vision Crystal Font. Oh, both of them are. Oh, I see. Okay. Speaking of fishing, was there always a guy with a fishing rod in the Labyrinthine Cliffs? I think so, probably, yeah. They've done a lot of cool fishing-related and hinty things this season and these recent years. You main Firebrand, but you're too lazy to go back to DH without build templates. I was playing a bit of DH yesterday. I was playing like a really cheesy, glassy trap ranger. Don't tell DH. Don't tell Dusty. Pretty fun, but I just feel so vulnerable. Definitely something for off-season. I wasn't playing Dragon Hunter runes, though. I was playing Scholar runes. I was playing Scholar. I was going for the big modifier, basically, while I'm AFK. I was playing 20% unscathed contender, 20% damage, while... Are you fucking serious? Do you know what? I'm going to let them kill me. Oh, maybe that won't be quicker. This is probably quicker. If only I didn't have rifle. Oh, and that doesn't even roll me back anymore, does it? Grow some balls. Dude, my variant's even glassier than yours. What are you talking about, grow some balls? I was playing like Scholar Zerk. I was like full, like, just... dimwit, like, big trap damage. That's what I was. There it is. There's the miniature sun. So we kill it while wielding a longbow. Fuck. Alright. Oh shit, it moves. Oh no, I think it had just been aggroed. Okay. Don't kill whatever. If there's two in the area, if there's another thing we're supposed to get, don't kill that yet, because I need to swap to the right weapon. We got this weird like rifle setup now. We're a kill shot combustive shot. Ammo on the blinding arrow is really weird, but you can spam it for combo finishes, like burning. Right, there you go, Sunslayer complete. And then the other one, let's read it, shall we? Chasing Tails Storm's Eye. Defeat the Temporal Storm while wielding a focus. I guess we'll just come back on a focus operating character. I guess Guardian. It's not about being glassy, it's about finding the right balance of one shot and not dying in one hit. You know, I'm well aware. If you're trying to make it a real build, I'm well aware. But you have not found that balance, Dusty. That balance doesn't really exist if you're all trapped. You just don't get enough quality of life. Unless you're trap a rune, then maybe, because you can disengage at least realistically and stuff. But, you know, then that's going to curve you away. If you're professing to have found the balance, I don't believe you. Oh shit, creatures move in this game? You prefer a renewed focus to Dragon's War? Oh, that was Benji that said that. I like more. I like DH traps. I think it's fun. I think it's an interesting part of the game, but I don't think it's a particularly serious build, right? So I wouldn't try to play it in a serious way. I wouldn't try to find the sweet spot. I'd go for the cheese. That's what I would do. We want to sub the focus for the torch. Maybe I'm wrong to do that. Maybe that's silly of me, right? Maybe there really is a viable middle ground, and my instinct about the set is leading me to miss it. But I'm cynical, man. I'm cynical. I'm not even gonna tome here just because I want to be 100% sure. On virtues, you get extra damage per boon, right? All right, there you go. Chasing Tails Storm Eye. My build is perfection, says Dusty. Okay. Oh shit, the sun's here as well. I didn't realise they roamed that far. So what I'm anticipating now is in our achievements for the release, it should just be lots of 4 out of 5s. Everything should be 4 out of 5 now. And we will turn them into 5 out of 5 with vision crystals. So let's see. 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5. 3 out of 5. We're missing one. Belligerent, deed 1. Why is she not... This is the dagger. But I don't see her thing. What is deed 1 on dagger? She's the only one we're not ready with. Then there's like normal achievements. You see these? But each of these is a vision crystal. Shit. Okay, well, while waiting to see if chat figures that out, I'm now going to go onto lists. And I'm going to see how many vision crystals I can make. I think I can make like 1. And I already have 1 in my bank. So I can do 2. And we need something like 12. So I'm going to need a good Imperial Fragment / Dragonite ore farm. What's a really good way of doing it? Still hidden? I don't think that those come in hidden though, Neok. I don't think they're meant to. Someone mentioned something about a bug earlier as well, so I wonder whether they said their focus bugged. I wonder if my dagger one bugged. Yeah, what is the fastest vision crystal generation in Guild Wars 2? Is it world versus world? I know that Winter's Day gifts are good for fragments, yeah. Well, they're okay for fragments. But what would be good for Dragonite ore? Bloodstone, I'm fine. Honestly, I got heaps of Bloodstone. I'm confident I'm fine with Bloodstone. But it's this other stuff that I'm genuinely thinking, like, isn't it just heaps and heaps and heaps of it that I'm going to need? So let's see. Vision Crystal. So I already have 1, like I said. I've got 44 bricks plus, Jesus, so much dust. But this stuff, let's craft it up and see what we got. Obsi shards, I'm fine. Thermocatalytic is just a gold sink. It's just the mats themselves. That's all it is. What a good update. What a brilliant thing the devs have done, honestly, because it's made me value Dragonite ore and Imperial Fragments and stuff. It's made me actually care about those resources, which generally I just see myself getting spammed with and just think nothing of. But I really care about these. Because this is not the only thing. You know, vision crystals are good for other stuff too. We need a ton of vision crystals to round out our Istan set also. Istan doesn't come with achievements though, so I'm going to prioritize this. You can salvage ascended trash for vision crystals. Oh, that's an interesting idea. What do you guys think is trash though? So we need August stones. They're depositable too. We've got more than enough spirit shards, so let's go do that as well. You get so much Dragonite from Winterberry Farm. Oh, that's true. The Living World Season 3 stuff. Alright, I think it's doable. I think we can do this. I may have to off-stream gather some stuff. Otherwise, it's just going to be really slow and really, like... So, I need to buy at least, like, 14, right? Because there's so many weapons. I'm going to buy, like, 25. That's a lot of vision crystal, spirit shards. That's 500. But, that will have us sorted for, you know, at least this achievement and then some stuff going forward as well. That little trip to Miami is always so annoying. Isn't all ascended trash? Yeah, it's not. You can't just do, like, rings and things, can you? You can't just delete rings. So I can still only craft 2 more because we're out of fragments. Only chest, leggings, and weapons give you vision crystals. I do have a lot of weapons sitting around now. Shit. Okay, let me see. I'm not going to go crazy here because, you know, I can't do streams where I'm like, I'm broke, and then just do wild shit. But if I buy 1 stack of gifts, what are the odds I might get something? We got a mail. Oh, shit. No way. Whoa, just out of the blue like this? Are you serious? Dude, who did this? All right, okay, wait. Before we get sidetracked, because we've got those keys to open as well. Dude, whoever did this, you're a legend. Thank you so much. I hate that you didn't ask me a question or put your name or anything, so I can't, like, properly credit you. Okay, so we got 1 stack. If I open these... It's not really about the fragments themselves. Oh, it is, isn't it? It is about the fragments themselves because you get batches of 50 coming. Okay, so we spent 20 gold on 200. How do we feel about that, guys? What do you think? It's so annoying to clean your inventory out as well. We got a charge quartz as well, which is kind of nice. So do I... I don't have the money. That's the thing. I don't have the money to sort of spam my way through. I think I got really lucky there as well. Rocket just said great value with a smiley face. I got lucky there, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I got lucky. I'm pretty sure I've opened stacks of those in the past and not been so lucky. I don't know about this. I think maybe we go for vision crystals directly. But that's going to be an adventure for later, I guess. Incredible job. Stop with the smiley faces, guys. Black line commemorative sprockets? What do you mean black line commemorative sprockets? Where do I see the trader for that? And I probably don't have many of those. So wait. We've accepted 3 keys today. Hopefully they're all on the same character. Let's have a look. What's our AP now? I think we've got about 100 AP here. Maybe? Including the AP I got from South Sun earlier. Okay. We got given 2 keys. I thought we got given 3 keys today. That's very strange. Maybe one is still in my mails. I swear that I shit myself 3 times. But we got given 2 black line keys at least. So, and they're on this character. So we're going to go over here. The alternative is to spam jump in puzzle chests and other small chests in the base game. That doesn't sound fun. Do you think Season 5 will be only content or we will see some new systems implemented? I think build templates will probably come with Season 5. I don't think we're waiting for an expansion for that. I think we're and if the 30th announcement is there's no more expansions at all, blah, 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 I think we'll definitely see system stuff. You know, the devs have added new mounts. They've done stuff in Living World. You know, they've put big things in Living World. So and I don't think they're holding stuff off just to get bigger expansion sales. If I remember before Path of Fire, they did some big system changes before Path of Fire that they easily could have held for the expansion and then put on the list for the expansion, but they didn't. And I've always thought that was quite respectable. Okay, wait. Oh my god, now we're gonna have a war horn on here. Alright, we got this to do as well. Shit, okay, I got it. Okay, here's what we do. I was going to do this before we segued into the Chasing Tails thing. We've got like 3 different things we're about to look at. They're all very exciting and they're unlocks for us. So let's just get through them, okay? Don't worry, I've not lost sense. So first of all, we've been doing the festival. I don't know how many days we've got left on this, by the way. I really hope to I just want more. Don't take the festival away from me yet. Just let me keep getting these divine weapons. Don't stop. Don't slow down. You must have black line commemorative sprockets from all those black line keys, and you only need 6 for a vision crystal. Okay, but what is a commemorative sprocket? Isn't that to do with Season 1 or something? Just wait. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. 3 dailies, 3 favors of the festival, Divine Sovereign. Now, once we've got all of the artificing stuff, do we want the shield? The shield looked pretty good, if I remember rightly. Yeah, when it's unsheathed, it like shines. Staff is done. Warhorn, longbow, pistol, axe. Oh no, yeah, we've already got the focus. The rifle. We could keep going with, like, LE stuff, so we would go for Sword and Warhorn next, because of the elite specs. I'm going to go Shield, though. I like shields. I'm going to go Shield. Someone in chat approves. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've got space in our thing. So we can keep this here to be retrieved later, so we can do that. So we can go to Character Select, so we can go to Liz, who I think has the chests. Let me just quickly check. Someone on my account has chests. My account is so big with so many characters with so many items. When I try and type into a search field on efficiency, it really shits itself and it slows down hard. By the way, we went from rank 305 at the start of the stream to rank 298 right now. Okay, there's lots of random chests around. The Warden of Storms, there's 25 of them. Alright, fuck it. We'll go on him then. Don't know why he has 25. Someone must have given him 25 on one of these streams. Alright, there you go. Login servers. You guys can play again. This is going to be good timing because you guys can get in. Do you stream Guild Wars 1 content as well? I haven't streamed Guild Wars 1 for a while, but I do have plans to go back to it. If there's ever a big Cantha announcement from ArenaNet, you can expect lots of cool fun things with Guild Wars 1. But I've got loads of videos on Guild Wars 1. You know, I've covered basically anything you could ever imagine about Guild Wars 1. I'm a little bit weak on pre-searing, on high-end PvP, and on anniversary content. But other than that, it's all great. It's all out there. Okay, so... And I mean, it's all out there. Holy shit, we got 2 golden keys. 3 golden keys! That's a good key right there. That one's a bit weak. Let's see here. Yeah, there was a 3rd key. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Alright, one more. And we get an unlocker. Oh, this is looking good. Okay. Wait. So, the golden keys... Guaranteed rare on each of these. So, soaring longbow. We got the fused sword. It's not an axe or a thingy, but that's pretty good. The 2 fused skins we need are axe and stuff. But that is a damn spicy meatball right there. Oh, I'm happy with that. All the prices seem to be re-inflating. So, hold on. Maybe we should pick one of these up, like, now before it... Oh, these are down to 90 gold. This is down to 90. Fused axe is 90, and the other one I need is... the dagger. Dagger's still 123. It's better to just unlock them. We don't worry about that. Next, and last, soaring hammer. This is pretty good. Okay. So, I just typed into efficiency now the word commemorative. Oh, I typoed it. Whoops. Put an I in there. I fat-fingered the O. We do that. Soaring longbow. Don't use them now. Wait for when they update the chest. What do you mean? Don't sell the fused stuff until later and then the fused are gone and the price goes up? Yeah, that would probably be pretty efficient. It's a bit too TP oriented for me though. So we got 1 guaranteed, but then also we've got 6 of these, 9 in the bank. That means we can buy another one here as well. So we get 2 guaranteed wardrobe unlockers thanks to you guys. That's purely thanks to you. That's thanks just to the random keys we've got. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3. The improvised dagger. I like the improvised set. These are always really fun skins to look at. So the improvised dagger. There's a good price point as well. Holy shit, over 100 gold. Ah, it's a broken bottle. Of course it is. I like that. Okay, good. So you can shank someone with a bottle. That's a dagger as well. Ah, I kind of want to use that. That's like a focus, you know. You usually find a focus is that, but that's a dagger instead. That's a cool skin. I actually really like. I might rep that. And then the Shadow Scepter. It was always going to be Black Lion stuff. Well, not always, but most likely. Shadow Scepter. That's on a set that we're very close to finishing, by the way. So 138 gold. That's very good. And if we have a look at collections, Black Lion collections, the Shadow set, I only need a pistol and a shield, and I'm done with the whole set now. So that's pretty goddamn good. Fused is just as close. Tormented's pretty close. Winter's Day's pretty close. Alright, I'm really happy with that. Thank you very much, guys. And then on top of that, someone sent a friggin' mount. A mount! Alright, so here we go. We're going to unlock an elite spec. Gain a random mount skin that you do not already own from the Black Lion stables. Right click to preview. So we will preview. So let's see. Which one do we want most? I think he looks pretty lame. He's too glowy. He looks pretty cool. But I'm very happy with my existing Raptor, so... Lots of people use him. I think maybe there's an interesting die combo for him. Oh, by the way. We want to, like, have UI volume and stuff up. And what was it? Effects volume, maybe? For when we do it. Sorry. Liminal? He looks like he could be cool. I like him. He looks dangerous. He looks good. I like this dude. But, again, the whale is pretty hard to top. I don't like him very much. Too visual noisy. The electric and stuff, I don't think it's very good. But he's obviously, you know... Oh, we got the Timberland badged. Now, if we got him, it would be a real struggle. It would be a real fight between whether we use him or we use the existing one we've got. The Crichton Lop. This one's pretty cute as well. It's a bit weird, the effects on his back. Starfall, pretty ugly. I wouldn't be very happy with this. I probably wouldn't use this. I don't like the Starfall ones. He looks very good. The Shiver Peak's pileated. It's going to be weird, because you'll be able to see another episode of Master where I'm doing the same thing, but my opinions are different. He's cool. He's an owl. Owls are badass. Have you guys seen that? Okay, there's a subreddit called r/nope, alright? Go to r/nope, alright? Filter by top of all time, and there'll be a video of a guy in, like, a house, and he, like, moves a camera into the rafters of the house, like, between the floorboards. And up there at nesting are some owls. And there's, like, these baby owls up there. And they look terrifying. They look like aliens. They look so scary. They look freaky, alright? Owls are amazing, and that's like some scary-ass shit right there. That's on r/nope, top of all time. You should check it out. Yeah, I guess he's also, you know, he's like another animal too at the same time. The Sandsold. I like the Sandsold, the idea of having the full set of Sandsold, and then putting that on a Scourge, you know? And having like the Scourge look all sandy and stuff too. The Striped Badzan. He's alright. But, you know, I think the Jagged Cornon is better, which we already have from this set and I actually rep. And the Alloyed Construct's pretty nice as well. I like this dude too. I think he looks cool. He reminds me of, like, Egypt. I don't know. He seems like a kind of a cool demon, constructed demon you'd find in a tomb or something. Maybe it's just a die as well. Looks shadowy and evil and scary. Alright, so there you go. Who do we get? And again, thank you. Whoever did this, I mean, I really appreciate this. Here it is. Oh, wait. Oh, I won't talk over the sound effect. And we unlock Yorick Salamander, who I said I quite like. The thing with the Salamander is I really like my other ones, right? So I think for Asura, I want to use this guy. I think he's really good for Asura, all right? Him I don't really ever want to use that much, but I'm happy we got him. He was like the classic I use. That's the basic one. The spooky one I don't think I really care about. The flame guy I don't really care about. Oh wait, no, who is the guy? Okay, Auric Salamander. Here you go, and I missed him. So I think we use him on like other race. They died really weird, right? I get it. But I think maybe we'll use him on maybe Norn would look good with that. I kind of want to use the big badass, the Dreadnought. He's the Norn one, really. I don't have him unlocked. He's pretty goddamn gruesome. Maybe Sylvari could be on this guy. I like how the feathers come off if I shake it. Makes me feel kind of cruel, actually. But, wow, thank you for that mount. And thank you for the 3 keys that turned into another 3 keys. And holy shit, why did we get another? Oh, yeah, because I sold the fuse thing. Wow, that's really good. We're on a roll here. I got enough for 3 more Ecto gambles as well if we got the Ecto. Almost 4. Okay. That was that. They were all just sidetracks though. What was the other thing? There was one last thing that we were going to do. What was it? No, we were looking at vision crystals. We got all the achievements. We did that. We did the Crown Pavilion. No, I think that was it, actually. I think that was it. I think that was the end of the stream. The Super Bowl subreddit is about Superb Owls. Yeah, I know that one. That was really cool. Oh, Salvage Ascended. Yeah, but I'm going to look in. I'm going to have to figure out what Ascended weapons I actually want. Because I got loads of them. They're everywhere. I've got tons of them. We could do that. Is it guaranteed I get a Vision Crystal? Or is it just a chance? If it's guaranteed, then I can definitely find like 10 Ascended weapons on my account. Can anyone tell me that? If it's guaranteed, I can definitely find 10 and we can salvage those up and we'll be good. If it's not guaranteed and I need to get like 20 or 30 to beat the odds, then it might be a bit of a problem because I do like having some just sitting around for when I want to make builds. The elemental? No, I don't. It is guaranteed. All right, if it's guaranteed, we can go for that. We can definitely do that. 100%. There's no problems there at all. You salvage some for legendary armor. All right, nice. Well, yeah. So I'll sort that out for tomorrow. And then tomorrow, what will happen is tomorrow 89. Yeah, tomorrow's day 89, guys. Crazy shit. That'll be like the penultimate for season 1 or something like that. We might end up going a bit over day 90. I don't know. We'll see. But once we've done that, it will just be like ding, 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 ding. They'll all roll in. All of these will just finish. They'll just all be done. And we'll have actual achievements to do. We'll do Bunker Buster, Branded on a Stick, Junk Debunk, Electrophobia, Surprise Supplies, 2 for the barricades, and that's it. That's all or nothing finish. And we're caught up to the most recent release, which we've already done a shit ton of. We only have a couple left to get, really, here. Haven't got the meta done, amazingly. But I have the boots anyway from PvP. Rocket says I just salvaged one and got it. Right, if it's 100%, yeah, I mean, that sounds good. That sounds really awesome. All right, there you have it, guys. That's Master. Thanks so much for coming out today. Thanks for the cool chats about all kinds of weird, geeky, fun, nerdy things. It's been really cool. I appreciate you all. And I will be here tomorrow. In the meantime, you can come join us on Discord, chat about the game, check out videos, all that kind of stuff. And also, if you at all enjoy what I'm doing, the way I'm trying to live my life here is through Patreon. So if anybody wants to support over there, I have cool perks and things. And if just a single one of you, just one of you, just like looks, it would be kind of amazing. That's like the main goal of these streams, really, to get people to click that. So if you like it and you want to show your enthusiasm and support, thank you. And until tomorrow, guys, have a great time. Enjoy your sleep or whatever you're off to do. I'll see you shortly. Ta-ta. Oh yeah, Kuj, I maybe could just salvage them. Yeah, I could maybe like build a weapon and then salvage it, and then build the next weapon and salvage it, and build the next weapon and salvage it. I could do it that way too. Yeah, definitely. So we don't even have to be down. That's a good point. All right, anyway, see you guys.